Este episodio está patrocinado por nuestros compotas de CasaHumilde Cerveceria, cerveza artesanal mexicana, y son del quemado los pelados. With a variety of 13 different flavors to choose from, CasaHumilde is located in the District Brew Yards, 417 North Ashland in Chicago. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and like their page on Facebook at CasaHumilde Cerveceria. To check availability near you, go to www.casahumildechicago.com and make sure you check out their store locator. Ahí nomás le metes su zip code and the nearest store will pop up automatically. CasaHumilde Cerveceria. Stay humilde. This episode is brought to you by Farmers Insurance. For all your auto, home, life, business, and trucking insurance services, hit up our boy Ricky Mena at Farmers Insurance at 773-216-3060. Ask Ricky if he can save you some money. Again, 773-216-3060. Farmers Insurance, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. This episode's powered by the Moya Group. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, hit up our good friends Kelly and Sergio at the Moya Group, powered by KW Infinity, specializing in first-time home buyers and programs for ITIN, DECA recipients, and credit as low as 580. For more information, go like their page on Facebook at the Moya Group, or feel free to reach out at 708-655-4994. Again, we highly recommend the Moya Group, making dreams come true, one home at a time. This episode's powered by AMG. Aguacate Music Group is your one-stop shop for all your music needs. Cuentan con servicios de música en vivo, DJs, iluminación, pantallas, photo booths, todo lo que necesitas para tu próximo evento. For all of our musicians out there, they also offer graphic design, photo shoots, live videos, and rehearsal rooms. Go like them on Facebook at Aguacate Music Group or on Instagram at Aguacate Records. You can call and book your next session at 773-301-9083. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches y feliz año nuevo, mis compas. ¿Cómo andamos? Su compa Carlos Rodríguez.
We're finally over this year.
Yeah.
Finally.
Su amigo Jesse Grandote, feliz año nuevo para todos ustedes.
What's good? I'm Fry from Finally Got Designs. Happy New Year.
Hell yeah. Bro, we just want to say felicidades para todos los que estén recibiendo el año, los que lo recibieron, obviamente. Ya finalmente acabamos con este 2020.
Finally.
Well, not finally, like it kind of went by pretty fucking fast, actually.
Yeah, because nobody did shit.
But the only good thing about that, what came out of 2020 was, the remote working for everybody who's working remotely con las computadoras, and the year that the GuacPod started.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's one of the only good things.
Of course, Jesse says that because he works from home with fucking his underwear on.
No, it was clear there's no underwear in there.
No underwear. And I even posted on Facebook, so para aclarar.
Hoy sí te pusiste los rojos.
Pues sí, me
Hoy
puse
sí te
los
pusiste
rojos, los amarillos y los blancos que parecen amarillos, pero...
Nah, ese es otro pedo. Esos son miados ya.
No, but I'm ready. Well, what's some of the traditions you did with your family today? Porque yo hago las 12 uvas.
I do the 12 uvas.
You do?
Yeah,
I've never done shit.
I almost choked on it.
Fucking party.
You're just like,
party.
fucking
Happy
this
New Year.
drink.
I like my boy who's here with us today. We just party from back in the day, man. Today's category, bro, is a category of promoters. Remember, for each season, we're going to have somebody that's not a musician. En la temporada primera era Tony Rojas. Fueron uno de los que vinieron.
With Red.
Big Red. Hoy nos toca nada más y nada menos para que nos demos una bienvenida aquí a mis compas. También de años que lo conocemos. Maybe not like super tight as far as like we've known personal stuff, but we were always in the same business for many, many years. Fucking 15 years at least.
Right.
Yep.
My boy Fry has worked with them. He's become a big time merch guy now. Y todavía hace eventos, pero I know Fry has also worked with designing or helping design some of his merch.
Yeah, we worked together on trying to get some merch out, some good ideas that he has, and I'm just the executor on the designs.
The designer.
Not only is that your nickname, the Executor.
The executor?
Yeah.
For undisclosed reasons.
But today, Bo, we have our good friends, para que me les den la bienvenida del GuacPod, aquí a mis compas de Plebada Chikago, mi compa Iván y Jonathan Silva. Bro. What's fucking good, bro? ¿Cómo andan?
How are you guys?
Hell yeah, Jordan.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
¿Cómo andan de la cruda? Qué chingada, pues te la están curando
No,
ya
sí.
con la pinche
Not
casa
too bad.
humilde
Not too
nomás. How you guys
Yeah,
doing?
first one this year.
Hell yeah.
There you go. There you go.
True. Facts right there. How you guys doing? All right? Well, how's the drive?
Pretty good. Not too bad.
I've always known Ivan to be out in the suburbs, bro.
Yeah.
So you were always out there.
In McHenry.
McHenry.
For the most part, raised over there.
De seguro, if you come to the city a lot, your fucking truck should have like at least 200,000 miles already.
I mean, I've gone through a couple trucks, but
When you live in the suburbs, tiene que pasar.
it has
Like,
to. It has
goddamn,
to.
so
You got to hit the 200K.
200K
Minimum.
Mínimo.
God
That's fucking
damn.
crazy, bro. Every weekend, obviously you were out here then a lot and shit.
Yeah. I mean, not as much now, but I mean, antes
sí,
when I would
well.
do events more consistently. Yeah,
Pero
for
cuando
sure.
venías acá a la ciudad, I mean, it's easily an hour drive, ¿verdad?
At least, yeah.
Pero como un promotor para llegar and you're like, man, I'm tired. Después de los tacos, after everything, it's an hour and a half drive. Like even at 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
¿verdad?
well, I mean, like luckily I've always had friends que siempre me han ofrecido su casa.
Oh,
I mean, so
that's good.
after events, I usually stay at somebody's house.
Yeah.
For the most part,
Yeah.
Back in my crazy days, sí, a veces agarraba un hotel.
Oh,
And
shit.
keep the party going. But not anymore.
Not anymore. Not
I was
anymore.
back in the day.
Aclarando. This was just 2 years ago. Not that bad.
Last week.
Bro, you've been in the business. Then we were kind of going over some dates, some years, and
Yeah.
it's going to do like you and I kind of have the same kind of memory where we think back and, for example, we say, "Oh, Islas," and
Yeah.
we think like it was 5 years ago, and
Yeah.
shit. And in reality, it was fucking 10, 12 years
Yeah,
ago.
casi.
Oh crap.
You've been
Oh, no,
you,
yeah.
you've been doing this since about 2008. You told me.
I officially started Plebada in 2008. But before that, I was already organizing bailes. Just not by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then before, I didn't even know this. You were not initially Plebada Chikago.
No.
You were.
It was Plebada de Arranque Entertainment.
Oh man.
But the name Plebada Chikago came from Facebook and their rules. from what name you could have on the Facebook page.
Ellos eran los culpables.
Los culpables.
Why?
You couldn't have it at the ranker or something?
Plebada, you couldn't have entertainment or anything else. And it had to be at max 3 words, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit.
So arranque, they counted that as
I mean,
like 5 words.
If I'm not mistaken, I think somebody told me. I don't remember who, but somebody was, you know what? Just leave it Plebada Entertainment. Like, it's a shorter name.
Right,
You don't want to have too many words, and it's something easier to remember. Plebada
Right.
Entertainment. And
Plebada de
Plebada
Arranque
de
Entertainment.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, you're right, because I think that's back in that day when we had to change our Aguacate promotions to Aguacate Pro or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So that was back in those Facebook was starting to figure shit out. There was not even like pages
Like
back
the
then.
damn Mexicans doing their shows.
well,
and shit.
originally it was just Plebada Chicago, and then I had to change it to Chicago with the K.
That's where the K comes
That's
from.
where the K comes from.
Shit.
Because of Facebook.
That was when Facebook started being a bitch. That's what it was.
And they continued doing so.
Yes.
They've gotten worse.
Be careful with what you say, because I don't want to be deplatformed because of your
They're
words.
listening to everything.
I know.
Yeah.
They're listening right now.
Just kidding, Facebook.
Hey, he's gonna be banned tomorrow.
Bro, I come out on the camera on my page and they start flagging me. Fire even sees that.
Or maybe,
Is it-
maybe
is it-
he's the one that reports you. You never know.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of that, Jesse?
The conspiracy.
Very continues.
It unravels.
Well, I kind of I was mentioning it earlier. No es de que I had heard of the company. I really didn't know, you, Ivan. I'm a little older than you. I started hearing of Plebada back in the Islas days,
Yeah.
which was about then. What year was that about? That you were saying?
I want to say like around 2009.
This
Okay.
was the Islas on the north side?
This was Islas on Fullerton,
Fullerton,
right?
Fullerton.
Yeah.
in early 2009.
Yeah, you were doing Fridays, correct?
Fridays, yeah.
Yeah, I remember because then back then that's when you were. I remember when we announced you. I kind of announced it as back then you were like our competition because
Yeah.
we were doing Fridays at Merendero,
Yeah.
and you were our Friday at Islas,
Islas.
and it was always I mean, both places were popular.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
slam.
Yeah.
Los dos lugares se ponían muy bien. And we would always see like, who the fuck is this Plebada Chikago guy? And then you guys used to have a logo. Now it's this, right? Or-
Now it's that one. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. The one on your sweater. But you used to have a more gangster fucking logo, right?
Like Chalino style logo.
Did he have like a bandana? Or
It was
something?
a, it was a tuba.
It was a tuba and just like a Chalino logo.
Like
Yeah.
yeah. Tejana and then the tuba.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think I made that myself.
Damn, watch out, Fry.
Damn, that's what he's trying to say.
And actually, the flyers that I used to have at Easel, I would make them myself also.
Damn.
Which
Oh,
I
I
got a little
remember.
bit of inspiration from him
Oh,
when he
stop.
started doing
Yes,
his.
Stop.
No, because let's be honest, like back in the day, they all looked the same.
Yeah.
Maybe they were like 3 different colors, like tie-dye faded, and
Yeah.
Tie-dye faded.
you know, you
Yeah.
had to do something to stick out.
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
different, especially because we had the social media back then
Yeah.
already.
I do remember the logo now. It's like, yeah, it's like a Chalino guy would have like the collar out and everything,
Yeah.
and it was like the kind of like a silhouette kind of thing in a tuba. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I remember that it looked very, you know, like I said, kind of like urban.
It
I
was
guess
very
if I
urban,
want to,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
want to use a different word, but siempre me quedaba como, who the fuck are these? And then we met our good friend. Big shout out to our compa Beto Camacho.
Vito.
Back then, I remember what the fuck he was called. What was his company called? Do you remember? I know now it's Mr. Party Time.
Yeah.
Pero antes no me acuerdo que
I mean, I thought he started with you guys, but I could be wrong.
no, we met
could be
him.
wrong.
I remember he was doing stuff at Alejandra's.
Oh yeah,
remember
now
that?
that I remember, I don't
Yeah.
remember the name, but he was working with other guys, right?
Yeah, a couple of other guys. And then he kind of introduced us to you, and he knew you or of you or whatever because for the youngins out there that don't know, we've talked to Escuela de Rancho when we talked about their coming out party.
Yeah.
And we happened to do it, and that's back when we met Beto Camacho and I was like, hey, let's bring in Ivan.
Yeah.
Ivan has the suburban pool per se because we did it at Kailim.
Yeah, Kailin.
Kailin.
People don't know where Is Kailim's still there or no?
It's a different
Ya no
name
se
now.
llama Kailim.
No se llama
So that
Kailin.
was right on 25th and Lake, I think.
20,
no?
North, 25th.
25th and North.
Yeah.
Behind
in the back and shit.
Los Cocos.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But they still do violence there, or
No, it's just a bingo hall now. It's strictly a bingo hall.
Yeah. So we did that there, and that's where we met you. And technically we were with Banda Real, so I didn't even get to meet you. Like I just knew who you were, same thing.
I believe we met when they were practicing, at Rob's house.
Oh shit. Were you there?
They were still figuring out
What was gonna happen?
what was going to
everything?
happen.
Yeah, right.
And we were planning out the event.
I don't
We were
even.
planning out the event before they were ready.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
their very first gig. That's we were talking about the Escuela event. I don't know if you remember most of it, but it was just like Escuela came out running, bro. Like,
Yeah.
very.
Well, I mean,
few-
I remember the event very well because it was very cold that day.
very cold,
And it was packed and people were still...
stupid parking.
Yeah, people
parking
were
was crazy.
outside waiting in line to
Yeah.
get in.
Yep.
Yeah, you could barely get around in there, but
It did get packed. Too bad. Big shout out to our compa Luis Aveja who couldn't make it today. Te la debe, me dijo que te de. I know. I was like, I'm here.
I'm like, where's he at?
Where's he at? He's right now like in Tulum or some shit, like just kicking back.
I was like, is that a street down over there? Or down the block?
Salud para el compa Luis, compadre, que anda de vacación.
sir.
Pero he did text me earlier today because I texted him like, hey, Ivan's gonna come. I know he wanted to come and be here. He's like, nah, just tell him that I owe him one and shit. I'm like, all right. He's on vacation, so la pasamos. But I know that you guys had a great time that day, and we had a great night as far
I
as
think we all
partners.
did. I think we all had a-
I remember we played and I had to leave. We left. Yo me fui, we played. We opened, I think, and then we left. But that place was packed. That place was full. Escuela had a great night. We all had a great night. And then from there, that's when we just met. El famoso Iván de Plebada, and we started working more. And saludcita la buena, mi compa Jesse.
Salucita.
And we started working more. And
I think we did a couple more events. Maybe
you know what? I'm gonna bring it up just because we're here in the GuacPod.
Yeah.
Maybe my memory is wrong. I believe that one of the reasons that Beto had invited you was because you were gonna invite us to a ranch baile. And you never did. You never invited one to.
I mean,
Unless fucking Beto lied to me.
I never got the memo.
Unless Beto lied to me. That's the other thing. I got you, Beto.
That sounds accurate. I never got the memo as
There
far
you
as
go. Beto, you're gonna have to come in next season, buddy. Fucking
there you
talk
go.
this shit over. Bro, and then we're gonna keep going porque también the other reason that a lot of people found out about Plebada and you and your events, there was a good amount of obviously bailes que te funcionaron. I know there was a particular ones that I want to bring up. One of them was right before the huge one in Herradura, and I believe it was también Sal de Gloria.
No, it was just
Era más un rancho baile, ¿verdad?
Yeah, it was just
un coledero.
it was the first rodeo of the season, like in the area. So era el primero.
Yeah, and
For that year.
that was at El Muerto.
Era el muerto.
El Muerto, and you had la Banda Chacalosa.
Chacalosa.
Which another thing, you're very known for bringing a lot of the. You guys are from Zacatecas.
From Zacatecas.
¿De qué parte de Zacatecas?
De Tepetongo, Zacatecas.
I'm from Guadalupe, Zacatecas.
Guadalupe. Shout out to all the people from Zacatecas. We had lots of people from
Hey,
Zacatecas.
aclarando,
Mande saludos.
a lot of people think I'm from Durango. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm from Durango, but I'm actually from Zacatecas.
So you're not from Durango then?
I mean, I got a lot of good friends from Durango.
But you're not from Durango.
No, I'm not from Durango.
Zacatecas all the way.
Zacatecas.
Both ways.
Is it maybe
fully.
because you have...
My mom is from Ojo Caliente, Zacatecas, and my dad from Bañuelos, Guadalupe, Zacatecas.
You have to clear that up, bro. Good thing you're not from... Not that it's a bad thing to be from Durango, right?
Even the other day, somebody told me, "Oh, I thought you were from Durango." I was like, "No." Maybe I've joked around about it, but
No, de seguro lo agarraron y decían, ¿cómo lo jupo?
All drunk.
I'm drunk and shit.
¿Cómo lo jupo?
Is it maybe by like association? Because you had like a lot of people from like Melrose and all that
I
stuff.
mean,
maybe?
it could be. It could be. It could be.
So that was the El Muerto where you did Chacalosa, and I was going like you're very known. You guys' company is very known for bringing Zacatecas bandas.
Yeah.
Pues más que nada son bandas, ¿verdad?
Bandas.
Son banderos. Ustedes son banderos.
At least I am.
You
Well,
are.
I mean,
I know my boy Ivan was.
He was. Well,
You
I'm not-
became Norteño Sex guy.
I did. You know what? The funny thing is, I didn't like it before.
I know you did.
I did not like it at all. I thought it was boring.
And then what? You got older or what?
I mean, I got a little bit more mature as far as, I mean, that's what happens. You know, you get
Norteño,
mature
think
with
so.
things.
Norteño sex
And,
is an acquired taste.
I started to listen to more groups, and actually, there's 3 people that really got me into
Okay.
the Butt Cheeks,
Oh shit.
Diana, and one of my friend Julie. Like they started getting me into listening to
Norteño
Norteño,
with sex.
and I would just started listening to
But Norteño with sex or Norteño in general?
Norteño with sex.
Okay.
Norteño
After.
in general came later on after.
Oh
Norteño
shit.
with sex.
And then who do you like in Norteño with sex then? I mean, if you have to play something, what are you gonna play?
Locally or from out of town?
Nah, give me the out of town first.
From out of town,
I already know who locally. we already had him.
I would say Rio Grande or Primavera.
That's your style right there.
Those are my
Your
favorites.
go-tos.
Yeah.
I mean, Rio Grande, I could probably have them all night. They play everything, but
Damn.
I think I like Primavera a lot more just because of Tony Melendez.
Of course.
There's, he's second to none. In my opinion.
I agree.
And how about banda? Like, what
Usted
would
es
you
un
pick?
bandero, mi compa John.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much any banda that's ranchera, corridos, pretty much any
So
banda.
no kind of like
No top one.
no MS kind of like romantic stuff.
If they play rancheras, yeah.
The rancheras.
No, but I feel like banda MS, otro pedo, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're badass
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
play.
If they play ranchero and corridos, yeah, they're
do it.
top
Yeah.
one, no matter what.
You
Yeah.
guys are Chuli Sarraga guys.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Choli Sarraga.
I mean, I like a lot. I mean, I wouldn't be able to pick one favorite.
You wouldn't.
I mean, I have, because I mean, there's
depends,
a lot
right?
of different ones. There's a lot of different ones. Yeah.
Depends what you're gonna hear and shit. So you became a Norteño with sex guy. That's. I remember that. I remember when you fucking would post it and shit. Like, oh shit, Norteño with sex. Like, oh shit.
I would say that was around
likes it.
2012 maybe.
Damn.
When I started, because I remember around that time when I started getting into it, I got the chance to get Rio Grande and La Fe,
Okay.
which at the time, I guess, it was a big deal. I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal, but with people that like Norteño with sax, they got packed. We had Rio Grande, La Fe, Chacalosa, and Marielas.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And I want
Héroes.
to
You
say,
can't forget Héroes.
Héroes, yeah. And I want to say maybe around 10, we had to close doors.
Damn.
Damn.
Or maybe before, porque la gente empezó a llegar como a las 7:30.
Yeah.
Hell shit.
Yeah.
That was at Marielas?
And Marielas.
Okay. And then we're locally, you're big Héroes guy, huh?
I mean, I'm a big Héroes fan, but I mean, there's a lot of good groups out here, though. I
There
like
is.
them all. I like them all.
There is, but we did mention you in season 1 when we had Héroes porque honestamente, I mean, me and Friday, we just started reminiscing. We're like, bro, you were the guy that kind of put Héroes in the local map. Like that was our opinion, right?
Yeah.
We told Héroes that you know, prior to you, no había muchos que decían, oh, vamos a get héroes en my baile, to be honest.
No, yeah.
And you were like the guy that started putting them.
Here's a story with héroes. I remember I had a rodeo once, and I believe I did it with Daniel's cousin, Lupe Gavia.
Okay.
And he introduced me to Daniel. He's like, oh, acá mi primo tiene un grupo. Ahí cuando lo quieras contratar.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, está bien. Oh, ¿de qué toca norteño with sax? And I was like, oh. I mean, I was being respectful. No, está bien, yeah. You know, I'll give you guys a call if I'm interested. But I mean, at the time, I didn't, you know.
Didn't really.
I didn't like that kind of music.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
But even for the rodeos, you estabas buscando más para una banda. Like that's kind of like the typical stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
like, for
I want to say when I started doing events, it was mostly just bandas that I would hire.
Right.
Because I want to say around that time, that's when banda was making a comeback again in Chicago.
Duranguense was going down.
Duranguense. I mean, I want to say the first 2 events that I had, I still had a Duranguense group.
No way.
Mistaken.
Oh, shit.
At Jaripeo.
At the first rancho event that I did in 2009, I believe it was Banda Relajo that.
Oh shit.
That
you had?
Relajo.
Nice. Yeah. Con Ruben in Banda Relajo. I remember that guy. I remember him.
Oh, shit.
And then from that, we're talking about El Muerto. That was, you had Chacalosa. That was 2010.
Yeah.
But that was the year before. You were telling me that's the year that you felt that people were put onto what? The rancho scene was.
Well, I want to say like Plebada in general, but where I saw the rancho scene getting bigger.
Where you seen it like, all right, this shit's going to fucking 10 years is going to be.
Yeah, because I remember that day, llegó Adrian y Alex from Arriba La Sierra.
Yeah, shout out, man. Arriba La Sierra. Hell yeah, Alex, bro.
And they were like, you know, everybody was talking about the coleadera on Facebook. And they're like, we have to come check it out. We got to see what the big deal is.
This is the one with El Muerto.
And El Muerto with La Chacalosa.
Yeah. And
I mean, that day I was working the event. You know, I didn't have time to go on Facebook. And back then, it wasn't like you go on Facebook like you go now. You know? You know, you had to wait for your internet to load, and you know there was no app for it. And I remember,
that's true.
I remember the next day when I was on my laptop, and I went on Facebook, and literally my whole news feed was everybody, oh, who's going to El Muerto? Who's going to El Muerto? Who's going to the rodeo? ¿Quién va al coladero? You know. And to me, I was like, damn, like it was a big deal, you know.
Hell yeah.
Like, to me, it was a big deal because, I mean, apenas tenía barely 2 years that I started doing events.
Right.
You know, I knew nobody in the area, you know.
Right.
It was only a small handful of people that I knew, you know, que así bien, you know. And I want to say after that event, I started meeting more people, you know, and more people started being aware of who Plebada was.
You started networking a little bit more. But what was your formula where you said, damn, this shit fucking worked? Like, you're saying that you're 2 years into it.
Yeah.
Y que era lo, aparte del, I mean, it sounds like Facebook back then, the old Facebook was kind of part of your success of that.
Well, I want to say Facebook back then was a very small part.
Of course.
Because it was something new. You know, social media promoting was still new.
Right.
Because we still did where we printed out flyers.
You put them up,
you know,
Guerrilla.
Printed out
guerrilla
flyers and you post them up and, you know, all that. Because we still relied on that, you know.
Right.
But I mean, as far as the events, when I would organize an event, I would always try to put an event together that I would enjoy, you know. Something that I would say, I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to every group.
Like something
and I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah, like algo que a mí me gusta. Like something that I would like to attend.
Okay.
And that's how I felt every event was, you know.
Nice. It's a nice little personal touch. Like,
Yeah.
If I want to jam out este día, va a ser este grupo.
I mean, hence the reason they do mostly bandas. And,
Yeah.
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 And then the year after is when fucking just shit got crazy.
Yeah.
It did, bro. It was crazy, bro.
I mean,
I don't know where you were at
Refresh
in
my
2011.
Estaba metido en un estudio.
But you were not in the baile scene for sure, right?
I was in the baile scene because I was stuck in a studio at 625 North Michigan called La Que Buena 105.
He's the one that wouldn't want to put our ads on the radio.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly, bro.
He's like, Plebada, who's that?
Like, who are these guys? No.
Who's this character on the logo?
You had to pay money for that, bro.
It's 1,200 every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This guy right here, bro, threw fucking Al Chile, way. I think he threw one of the biggest rancho bailes entre comillas, rancho, era en la herradura. To this date, I mean, you have the big Ivan ones, right? I mean, Garibaldi or whatnot, but in our smaller world, in our local promoters, this man just went and did fucking, I don't know, I'm going to spit out a number that's inaccurate, but it's about maybe 2,000 people minimum.
At least.
Güey. Y en aquellos entonces, para un baile local, unheard of, bro.
No, yeah.
Like, eran todos locales, ¿verdad?
Todos locales.
You didn't have any big bands.
All local.
But at that time, you really didn't have a lot of competition, que digamos, and I say competition as far as ¿dónde van a tener esos bailes? What back then, 2011, 2012, what was some of the big places other than the Aragon? Aquel entonces V-Live.
Right.
Was it around? Like,
Lo único era de que kind of what he's saying was that the year before he noticed the potential of the ranch, because I agree there maybe wasn't a lot of ranch competition.
right.
But there wasn't a lot of ranch.
Sí había. It's just that it was more, I would say more low key, right?
Yeah.
Like hacían rodeos de los ranchos, like maybe La Gavia hacía para su rancho, El Plateado. Or,
Pero muy como personal al rancho, por decir. A la gente del rancho.
Personal,
Between them.
Yeah, between them, pero iba la gente de Zacatecas. It was unheard of. People that go to bailes, like random
Something
people that
general.
go to bailes. Yeah, like unless somebody invited their friends or stuff like that.
Correct.
Okay.
And this was more of a publicized, anybody can fucking go.
Yeah.
It's a baile, por
Yeah.
decir, en un rancho.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. There wasn't like that kind of competition, but there wasn't a lot of interest in that generation, in that younger generation back then, to go to a rancho either.
I mean, I would say there wasn't because, there's always room for improvement. And, the way I started, I'm going to do one, but I'm going to do it different. I'm going to do something that maybe everybody's going to enjoy the whole time. Porque maybe llevaban una banda y un tamborazo and that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, back in that day.
Back in the day.
Nada que ver que le vamos a meter pinches 10, 12 grupos la verga.
That wasn't seen before.
Back in that day, you're talking about like, como en esos eventos de la Gavia y todo eso, it was like 3-4 tamborazos, una banda kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Nada que ver con lo que
En
tú
la banda,
hiciste.
2 hours, tocaba 2 horas, era una banda.
¿Y tú qué hiciste ese día?
Well, I mean, that specific event, the Sábado de Gloria, I want to say it was a total of 12 groups.
Oh,
There you go.
12 bandas, norteños, one sierreño, and tamborazos.
Bro, and you gotta understand, 10 years ago, all of you guys right there, all of you guys were Catholics. Hardcore Catholics.
We're past tense.
Well, I think
They were part-time Catholics.
there you go.
There you go.
You know what?
I like to call them cafeteria Catholics. Only when you're hungry, baby.
Back in the day when I was young, yo veía mucha gente que pasaba al santuario y se persinaban.
Oh,
People
sí.
don't do that anymore.
I used to be one of those guys,
You
man.
want to be one of those guys?
Yeah.
Pasadas by St. Agnes y
Cualquiera, bro, no importa.
Right.
Yeah.
But people don't do that anymore. Is
I
that
don't know.
because
The only thing they do is they
they
practice chugging the wine.
There you go.
Eso sí, porque así se la curan en la misa. La cruda que tienen sábado de gloria, se van a la misa y chag de agua.
And that's exactly where I was going with as far as the Sábado de Gloria. En aquel entonces, no te voy a decir que no era popular, pero no era popular como ahorita. O sea, it didn't become a marketing tool, I think, until later, until when probably you did it, and then everybody would jump on Sábado de Gloria.
I mean, I want to say even like outside Chicago, it wasn't a big deal. Because,
And I want to say even still in some states, it's not a huge deal.
because I know like in Pico de Rivera, there probably wasn't an event till the year after, no? Where they made Sábado de Gloria like a big...
Like a marketing thing.
Yeah.
Big thing.
Yeah.
So you're the reason, tú tienes la culpa de everybody just coming out saying, yo soy de rancho. You're the reason that came out with the flannel shirts, the square boots.
Ivan, a.k.a. El Commander.
Now everybody has a caballo. Everybody wants to go to the rancho. Everybody quiere tomar pajaretes afterward.
I mean, maybe mine is the pajaretes, but I don't know about
Everything else is shit. Everything else is fucking Jonathan.
But you know what? Like,
No. He's young as fuck.
you know what? Like,
He's
with-
like, what are these old fuckers talking about?
like with any trend that comes out, like there's always new things that everybody wants to do.
Right.
Like, I feel like with the after the Sábado de Gloria, like it was something
It was a
new
trend.
to a lot of people, you know,
And they loved it.
and they loved it.
They loved it.
Like a lot of people, it was their first time at a ranch. you know?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like even my first couple events, like a lot of girls would wear heels because
They didn't even know.
they didn't know. Like there
Loafers,
wasn't.
guys will be rocking like loafers.
Like,
No,
Yeah.
I probably
was-
wore loafers at one.
The first time I went to a rancho, it was probably one of your events, pero yo me llevé unas pinches botas bien chingonas. And when I fucking
I was
left,
like, fucking, I hope you don't say you wear heels. I was just waiting, güey. I've been
well,
a Jesse,
they were
güey.
kind of like heels, porque ya
He
estaban
wore his red
caminando.
bottoms and
You
shit.
bought the Aldo boots.
Hey, one
Oh,
question.
no.
One question. How tall were you?
Oh shit!
There you go.
I was like 6'5" with them, bro. No, but I had the botas, and I'm like, cool. And then I'm like, wait, that's sand over there. That's mud over there. I gotta go to the washroom acá. Tengo que hacer un pinche porta potty hasta acá.
You didn't want to dirty them?
Well,
I
that,
did it.
that event that I told you in 2010 at El Muerto with La Chacalosa, that was probably the muddiest.
No, man.
Like it rained really bad en la madrugada,
Ajá.
pero después salió el sol, but se atascaron bien muchos carros. There was a lot of people
Stuck.
that fell in the mud.
Of course.
That were
Trying
full
to
of
push
mud,
it out.
Y les valió madre.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
pues, yeah, well.
maybe at the time they were like, "Oh shit, I'm getting dirty," but 10 years later, are you gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't have a good time because I was dirty"? No.
Nah.
Like you forget
That was
about
part of the fun.
Forget about it. Yeah,
That
yeah,
That was
yeah.
part of the fucking fun.
No
You're
shit.
drunk trying to fucking go over
Pinches
the mud and
mascarillas de
shit.
lodo, güey.
Bro, you throw this herradura, baile. You have thousands of people. Honestly, wait, and I know you were. How old were you then, if you don't mind me asking you that? That's 2011.
2011, I believe.
So 10 years ago.
10 years
Más o
ago.
menos, yeah.
Well, it's about to be 10. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I was about 21.
Okay.
So, how was the next day?
What happened?
How were you the next day?
Tired.
No, it's just a lot of people don't know. And to me, como un DJ, si me contratas un lugar, es entrar y salir.
Yeah.
And that's what all the grupos, but nobody knows the hard work behind
No, yeah.
something like that. So what's your typical day of a baile? Like starting off, because I know for a rancho, you got to get generous.
well, I was
gonna say,
you got to
even
get
a ran-
power.
For a
Rancho is
baile,
different.
I want to say it's probably easier a baile.
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
easier.
Oh, yeah, a lot easier.
For a rancho, it really is
Fucking all day shit.
weeks, even
Yeah.
months,
A
and
preparation.
planning and getting
Yeah.
everything ready.
But then the day of,
the
like,
day of is definitely a lot of work.
it's
an all-day
exhausting,
thing.
bro.
It's an all-day
It's
thing.
exhausting as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's
I'm
an
not,
all-day
we've never been big. Aguacata doing rancho, but the few that we've done, I was like, fuck, man. I don't know if
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
for me, man.
No, porque empiezan como aquí a las 7 de la mañana. I
Por ahí. Well, waking
About,
up, yeah.
yeah.
Por ahí.
7, you get on spot 8 o'clock in the morning, and then by 12 you're already kind of like already on site.
Yeah.
Everything's
hell yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Doors
Ready
open in
to
2
go.
hours and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2, you're open and you're just there waiting. Yeah,
But the thing with the rancho event that you could have weeks planning it, and
Then it
bad
rains.
weather that day.
Yeah.
It fucks it all up. Yeah.
that's always a fucking
It's very stressful. Like the keeping up with the weather.
Yeah.
He's just looking at the app
It's
like
the worst.
damn,
No, yeah.
by hour by
It is.
hour. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Especialmente nowadays that you have the app, because back then
Oh,
you had to go.
it's even worse now
Yeah.
because there's like 10 apps and they all say something different.
Yeah. And not just that, you can look into how fucking July 14th looking for next year already.
And you could be like, okay, I'm gonna do something that day.
Yeah.
When you get to that day,
Pinches mentirólogos,
we got a
chingada.
hurricane on the way.
Nah, man, that's really stressful for even to do an outdoor wedding, especially with con el clima aquí de Chicago,
No,
because
yeah.
it's so freaking temperamental. Like
Yeah.
it has a mind of its own. Porque te dicen que no va a nevar, and you're like, what the fuck? Snow in July? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Actually, when was the one we canceled because the snow was in April?
It was April and it snowed.
It snowed
It
in
snowed.
April.
It accumulated a couple inches and we had to cancel it. And that one also was supposed to be like a huge event.
Wait, hold on. You guys cancel because of the snow, but you guys don't cancel con lodo, güey. No mames, güey. Que se atasquen en la pinche nieve también.
Ah, pero la pinche nieve está fría. Yeah,
It accumulated 2 inches about.
God.
yeah.
Like that one to me was hard because like I was really looking forward to that specific event. It was gonna be the first one that year that we did, and I think I had 6 or 7 bandas,
Yeah.
6 or 7 bandas that was kind of hard to put together
Yeah,
just because
yeah,
everybody's busy.
Busy, yeah,
And I want
yeah.
to say maybe now they're even more busy than they were a couple years ago.
I think so.
They are.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
And it was so hard to get those specific bandas for that day. And then, we had to cancel it because of the snow.
weather.
Yeah, I think that hurt me the most, that I was able to get those bandas that I really liked a lot for the event.
Y allí se pierde el dinero, se pierde el depósito.
I mean, for the most part, we usually just lose what you pay for promotion, as far as like posters, flyers, and the designer,
Yeah, fucking fry.
I was like, no, I'm gonna charge you for nothing.
Fry is strictly no refund.
He had to throw it in there, like the fucking designer right there, motherfucker.
Yeah, I had to.
I would too.
I had to. He kind of looked away when it.
Fucking
I
asshole.
do. What are you talking about?
He's got a strict no refund.
Hey, but he's just like the bandas. He's hard to get a hold of.
There you go. There you go.
I think for the last couple of times that I've made flyers, I've had to make an appointment.
Oh, I thought
2-3 months in advance.
I thought you were gonna say I did my own again.
I don't think I would dare to do that.
The tricolors.
After his flyers, I don't think I could do that.
Rainbow
There you go.
colors.
There you go.
Somebody
You
should
get
come
an
out.
ashtray, yeah.
Somebody should come out with a rainbow flyer again. Those
The tie-dye flyers and shit?
Yeah,
The tie-dye flyer?
No, please.
Yeah, come
No,
on. As
no.
a throwback.
No.
Okay,
Taking it back.
Hey, maybe to print them out.
Heard about taking those.
colors.
They're more economic.
Yeah.
Ahora sí, guerrilla marketing all over again.
And then, so we go from there, bro. The herradura was epic. Para la gente que se acuerde de ese día, póngale ahí un pinche comentario aquí en YouTube and en Facebook. That was a epic day. I didn't go. I'm pretty sure I was playing that day with someone. Pero I know it was an epic fucking day. I knew it was a huge day. I knew a lot of people went to their first rancho.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people still talk about it.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
The memories come up on Facebook and
Like, shit.
April 11, 2011.
There you go.
I remember.
There you go.
Wow.
Bro, please, toda la gente que esté viendo, because I know a lot of people are gonna see you, are gonna see and hear this podcast with you, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, I was there."
They're gonna remember that day, like, oh,
Maybe they're just gonna say that was the only like rancho or my first rancho, but you know that I was
Hey,
there.
That was
in case
something.
they don't remember, I got a video.
There you go. And then with you is Jonathan, nomás para que también la gente que esté escuchando y viendo, we have Ivan and Jonathan. He's younger than all of us.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's kind of quiet right now because he was probably like fucking 10. Maybe.
15.
Back then,
What I-
2011? Oh, okay. 50. Well, he was at the door and then shit. Fucking,
When I working.
yeah, he was somewhere in there. Pero
So that's the deal. You put a young buck at the door that doesn't know anybody. You're like, hey, este me va a cobrar.
nada que yo conozco a Iván.
El lado de-
Me vale madre. Me vale madre que conozcas. And then from there, is that when did you go to Islas then after that? Is that when you started doing more Islas or no?
No, in Islas, I believe I may have been done already by that time.
Okay.
I think Islas was from 2009 till the end of 2010, probably, I want to say.
Okay, so it was right before then.
It was right before, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you did Herradura, and then we also talked a little bit. You were at Estadio for a couple of years.
Yeah, for about, I want to say 2.5.
2.5.
A good 2 years. A good 2 years. For
I was
sure.
at Estadio. My boy Jess is like, hey, ¿qué pedo con las pinches? This was prior, obviously, cuando había las pool tables.
Yeah.
¿no?
Well, they did move some to begin with. And
Shout
then-
out to our Estadio guys.
To Los Suarez.
Los
Los
Suarez. They're going to be in
Suarez brothers.
season 2. Los Suarez brothers.
Yeah.
Compa David and Eric.
At first, I want to say they maybe took out 1 or 2.
Tables.
Yeah, and then as things, started getting better, se nos estaba llenando más, empezaron a quitar más, and I believe they only left 2 at the time.
And even since the Islas time and the Estadio times, you were not a promoter that would do it on a weekly basis either, ¿verdad?
No, I never wanted to do. I didn't want to consistently do it every weekend.
Just cause.
I don't know. I maybe commitment issues. I don't know.
Maybe the drive and shit.
That's.
No?
But to do it every single weekend, se me hace, because as a promoter, I feel like you also got to be out in the scene partying.
Yeah.
You can't make an event, go home and call it a night. You got to be in the scene.
Right.
You got to be partying at other events also. That's how you get to know people.
Yeah.
You have to know people.
You have to know people.
It kind of echoes how we started with that merendero. Like, they had offered us, to do every weekend, and we were just like, no, we would do like
at the original merendero. Yeah.
Like it was almost the same thing. Like you had to do your job,
Yeah.
which was socialize, and we're like, no, we were cool. Like we didn't want to do it, commit to every weekend.
Yeah, for us it was real tough back then too because of Banda Real and shit. So we didn't want.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of house parties. That's kind of what helped. We were not really out in the scene. Well, we were out in the scene as singers, right? Like,
Yeah.
So we were out in the scene.
But es diferente, you know.
Es muy diferente.
It's muy different.
But it's almost the same because you're
It's
still
Conoces a la gente.
You're in the same scene.
Yeah,
You're
you're
with the
still
same
teams.
scene with the network and stuff.
Yeah.
Islas, bro. Islas, you were there for a couple of years. Estadio, you were there for a couple of years. Do you? I mean, as far as the you also did stuff at Marielas.
And Marielas, yeah.
Where else? If you don't mind, I mean,
Marielas,
shout out to whoever else you were at.
Kelim.
Did you do tequilas at any time, or no?
I don't think so.
You did merenderos.
I did a couple events.
Yeah.
I know for sure. I did like 1 or 2 Sunday fun days after Zacatecano Fest,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I did a Polo Urias event also.
I remember that one.
Yeah. And I believe maybe that was about it.
Okay.
Maybe I helped other people, but the que haya sido my evento, I think maybe just 2 or 3.
And that's kind of where I'm going. A lo que yo me acuerdo, you kind of been like Aguacate in that aspect. I don't remember you working with too many other promoters, right?
No, I mean,
You
no,
were-
that's true. That's true.
I mean, you did work with here and there as far as helping.
Yeah.
But I don't remember you being somebody that always was with like
No.
a partner.
Full in.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always.
What's your reason, bro? What's your
I
reason?
mean,
Same reason as me or no?
I've always liked working by myself because I like doing things my way without
there you go.
you having to compromise or
You have to meet halfway.
Yeah,
if there's
yeah. I don't like doing it. I like doing things my way,
yeah.
and I felt like it had always worked. So I mean, I felt like there was no need. Maybe bring somebody else in and somehow change
disagree and shit like
change
that.
what I had going on. you know?
Yeah. Well, the good thing is we worked together. I mean, at Aguacate and Plebada with that escuela, and it was a success as
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
No.
But that was the club thing. I wanted to ask you that about the promoters because yo siempre notaba que you were alone,
Yeah.
and it's
I mean, it was always just me, but thankfully, like I've always had my friends. Like I feel like they've always supported me.
you've always helped you out. Yeah, you've always had like your posse, your people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to mention anybody in particular.
I mean,
just
son muchos al amor.
se te va a olvidar uno, va a valer madre,
One
güey.
person is gonna be like, "What the?"
They all
fuck?
told me, give me a shout out.
There you go.
But it's a lot of them, you know. Thankfully, I've had a lot of good friends, that I've made, from making events,
Yeah.
Maybe some people can't say the same, porque you have a lot of friends, just are there with you.
For the convenience.
For the convenience.
Yeah, yeah.
Partying, get in for free, this or that, whatever.
Exactly.
But I've always had my friends. I would sneak them into the events because
Right.
they weren't 21 and neither was I.
Oh shit.
But you had the pull. You had the pull.
Yeah.
I mean, like at Isla, maybe I shouldn't be saying it, but at Isla, I had to sneak them in the kitchen. Hey, meet me in the back.
Yeah.
I'll get you in right now.
Hey,
Just give
but
me a
that's the
little
best way. Coming into the kitchen, bro. That's some mobster shit right there, bro.
That's- Hell yeah.
That's the way to go.
I
You're over there
remember,
saying what's up to the cook and shit.
I remember at Merenderos and La Quinta, I had to get in with the
Quinta.
groups.
Oh, La
I
Quinta.
wasn't old enough either to get into the events.
The one in Berwyn or the one in Aurora?
The one in
The
Berwyn.
one on Ogden.
one on Ogden,
It used to- ahora no sé cómo se llama.
Oh, that place. So
Yeah,
that
right,
quinta.
right next to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I know it was La Quinta and then it was Davilas.
Then it was
That-
Davilas, and then it
Right.
became something else.
Because I did a couple events with 3MB, with
Right there.
Mike and Brujo,
yeah.
when it was Davilas.
Yeah.
We did maybe like 4 or 5 events.
I know those were Fridays too.
Fridays, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were a competition too, right there. You were.
Just to throw it in.
We're doing Fridays at Merendero.
Yeah.
I didn't know them either, though. I didn't know at that time. I didn't really know Brujo or Mike yet. But those were good times, man. But La Quinta was another great spot.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody who partied in La Quinta, you guys know it was a great spot.
No, it was.
We
popping.
always
It
said
was.
it was Mere, Quinta, and Islas.
Yeah.
There were just those 3 Friday spots that just everybody was just going back.
Everybody
and
We
forth.
were fighting.
It went
yeah.
from Noah's to those events.
Yeah, exactly.
People got a little bit more fancy. They're like, we're done with Noah's.
Yeah,
And that and it just like we popped out. O sea, our generation of like, oh, well, let's us do a fucking
Yeah.
instead of going to Noah's.
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. And getting stopped by fucking
like I
Stone
said,
Park.
there's always room for improvement. Like I feel like we all saw how those events, could
how
do
we can better it, right?
Yeah.
And we went ahead and we did it. And
All of a sudden, you start seeing our events. I mean, honestly, I don't know. You can correct me with yours, but I remember all of a sudden, like, you know what? If we're gonna have grupos and bandas in the breaks. We don't want to hear grupos and banda. O sea, for us, we're like, we want a DJ. We want a DJ that's gonna come in here and do some house, something totally different because
hip
pues, ahí viene la
hop or
pinche banda. O sea, banda y luego más banda y la chingada. We can't,
Más corrido.
that's where we wanted.
That
to
was the Noah
change
Noah
the
mentality.
game.
Well, for me, I don't really remember, but I know I wasn't a big fan of like DJ music. So for me, it had to be banda after another, like live though, like
Yeah, yeah,
acabando una Lolo, hey,
Yeah, yeah.
go get ready.
Hence why he didn't work with him, all right? Just aclarando cosas. No.
That's
No, I
funny.
called you, you never answered. I was like,
See, I knew it. Everything's coming out, man.
Unfortunately, you had to make an appointment, you know?
Like Fry.
Yeah.
Fucking appointment.
But I think that was a mentality, like you said, like after the Noah Noah phase,
yeah.
because they would do that. You know, like they would play fucking like banda, and the next thing you know, the DJ would play fucking, you know, more banda and norteño.
Right.
And then we figured like all this generation would figure out like there was a younger generation that would not listen just
we
to
wanted
banda.
something different.
They wanted something a little
Yeah.
different.
I think aside from that, one of the things that you guys were really cool about were dropping it at a little bit of at a smaller scale, porque yendo al Noah Noah, you're like, man, voy a ver estos mismos grupos, pues yo los quiero ver en un setting un poquito más íntimo, where I could really get a table right in front of the stage, or I could be comfortable and see and enjoy the music at a smaller scale. And I think that you guys were kind of your quick mindset, because you already catered to your crowd.
Yeah, and even it was even a little bit before that time, like because there was no tables in front. I mean, back in that day when we first started, I think it was just more about
Like going there and having a good time.
yeah,
Drinking with your friends. And
It was more of your friends,
There was no VIP,
younger.
no que Snapchat, let me check in.
And there wasn't
let me
old-
show off this.
And there wasn't older people. Not that we're old. We're fucking nobody wants to hang out with us, right? But I'm saying, like, honestly, like if you go to Noa Noa with your friends, and this is gonna sound fucked up, right? Like I don't mean it in any bad way, pero if you go to La Quinta, if you go to Mendoza, it was kind of like your age group.
Yeah.
It was your
Yeah, it
peers.
was
Like
age
you were
group.
not expecting to see a 55-year-old couple and feeling weird about fucking whatever you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So I think that had a lot to do with it. It wasn't really so much yet about the VIP or having the banda right in front, or having the banda fucking play for you right here at the table. Like, that's all. I mean, it was just
And that's where I think it was more focused on the local music.
yeah.
Because
It
Noah Noah was
definitely
like,
was.
it was more like, you want to go there for the bigger guys.
For the bigger
of course.
But these new bailes were more focused on like the new local talent that's right here, and that's where everybody went.
I mean, rarely here and there they would have like a banda from Zacatecas.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I remember one time at La Quinta they had El Lono.
okay.
Like it was packed. The line was, 2-3 blocks away, and I believe the fire department ended up coming and shutting them down.
Oh shit!
Overcapacity.
Of course, fucking Berwin
of course.
doesn't fail.
I mean, I remember because I tried to get in. I saw the fire department. All right, let's go.
I mean, you were big into Zacatecas. I just remember something. Did you ever go to any bailes out there in Elk Grove Village at the Holiday Inn?
No.
No. Did you hear about those?
Actually, I did go once. I think the Ramada Inn.
Oh no, you're right, Ramada.
I did go once.
Okay.
Just one time, and I believe I saw Ana el Retoño. And this was back when El 24 was coming out.
Okay.
Oh,
And I remember as soon as I walked in, there's a song they were playing.
El 24.
And I was like, damn, like this is a jam right here.
yeah.
I remember going there. That's where I met Nono.
No.
He was Los Escamilla.
Yeah.
He was Esta noche voy a verla. That's what they were hitting with, and that place was fucking slammed out in Elk Grove Village. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like I had no idea there was even fucking paisas over in Elk Grove Village.
I heard of him until after he got out from
Escamilla.
When he became a Nono.
What was that? What was that? Like a $50 cena y baile type of deal?
No.
It was just
Well, back in that day, there was a dude who ran like the hotel.
Okay.
And he would rent, I would assume, like donde hacen las privates.
like the ballroom.
Las bodas.
Yeah.
Pero era un baile, güey. O sea,
Well,
no
I mean,
sé.
a lot of the bailes back then were at like ballrooms.
Ballrooms,
Banquet
yeah.
halls.
Banquet house.
Because I even did an event at what the hell was it called?
Willowbrook.
No, I went there, but ¿cómo se llama? Atlantis in Arlington Heights.
That's like Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember.
Y allí antes hacía
That was a strip club, bro. I was
somebody
like,
from Zacatecas. hacía
Fucking
bailes.
Jesse's like, wait.
espérate. Strip club over there.
Oh, this is a bingo. I think, hey, who knows what happens there?
It's not gonna be like that place on the south side where it's like they used to do bailes and then next door was a strip bar, like right next door. The warehouse.
factory?
The factory. some
factory.
shit, yeah.
Oh, well, even Noah, wasn't it like Nitro on?
On Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Tuesdays and
Yeah,
Thursdays.
Nitros
Yeah.
on Sundays. It was Sunday.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
That's crazy. And then where were we at as far as Atlantis?
I believe that was the second event that I did there. I did a Halloween baile in
¿Y si te funcionaban allá?
2009. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was mostly. Obviously younger people.
Yeah,
I was young, like people that I knew, and like their friends and people from their area. Because I would, like I said, at the time we were still doing posters and flyers.
And then what year did you start getting also involved? Or I'm not even gonna jump there. What year did Jonathan? I know John siempre te ha ayudado.
Yeah.
Pero when did he get more involved, or when did he come into the company directly?
When he get his official violation, that's what he's trying to say.
When did he get the Plebada Chikago tatted on him?
Well, he started working. I believe it was 2012. Like working.
Yeah, during Estadio days.
Okay,
No, it
that's
was before that.
No.
well. I remember you from
Estadio
Estadio
days for sure. Officially.
Oh, yeah, officially, yeah.
Okay.
That was when
You
I
were
first-
always at the door.
at
That's
the door.
where I
I was the
remember
door
you.
guy. I
How
was the
old
door
were you
guy.
then?
Like 16.
Yeah, you were young.
Shit.
Yeah, you were young. I
Oh, you
remember.
weren't. You were 18.
David,
He was 18, David.
Wink,
David,
wink.
he's fucking around,
wink.
Dave.
Yeah, I was like 16.
But the first time that he actually worked, I believe it was 2012. I had an after party at Merenderos from the Zacatecano Festival,
Okay,
and we were expecting
massive.
a shitload of people, and I only had the girl at the door.
Is this Zacatecano when you did it at, was it still at Laramie?
No, this was the year after. That was at
Was it
25th.
It was already there?
On
On
Lincoln
Lincoln?
25th.
Lincoln
Okay.
25th. There it was what, 2 years?
Yeah, for like 2 years.
2 years.
And then
Were
they-
those your first Zacatecano Fest? Or when did you start with that, bro?
That I officially helped them out.
It was like the year before,
In
no?
Cicero, yeah.
It was the one right down there.
It was either 2010 or 11. No me acuerdo.
Okay.
But when they got out of the park on Roosevelt.
I was just gonna ask
Yeah.
you, were you attending though? I remember those.
I mean,
hey, gente
I used to
Zacatecas,
attend them.
acuérdense. You guys used to go to the place on 290 and
on Roosevelt, across from
Roosevelt.
Loyola.
Yeah.
on First Avenue.
First Avenue.
I mean, a lot of people blamed me that.
Did you fuck it up?
Hey,
Aw,
it was all you
man.
ratchet motherfuckers.
Why didn't you fucking?
It was all of you.
We're outside and like, Ivan, bro, what do you want to talk about? You never brought this shit up that you fucked it up for all of
I mean,
us.
because I was the one helping the Federación like promote it and getting the groups and helping them out. So people just
Ya
assumed,
tenían años haciéndolo allí,
ellos tenían años.
Años. pero tú lo llegaste a cagar.
What happened was
You brought your 1,000 fucking
You
friends.
brought your ratchet ass friends. All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
there was too many fights. The last year they did
I
it
know.
at the park.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, from what they told me, they paid almost $20,000 in fines.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, you know what? Like, we can't be paying every year
Just for the fight.
for the-
for all these ratchet people coming and fighting.
But that-
Because they got out of control. They got out of
Yeah.
control.
But that was the first and only year that it got out of control.
No. It just kept getting worse. every
Nah,
year.
it's like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I mean, if you think about it, it's people that knew each other.
Okay.
There was no security there, nothing.
Yeah, it was a public.
And BYOB,
There
you
was-
see somebody, hey, I don't like you, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Meet me at Zacatecano Fest. We're gonna
Go meet me in the pine trees over there.
Damn. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you said in Sol. All the gangbangers, they show up and they always fight every freaking year. So it's
Sort
like
of.
a tradition.
Sort
type
of like
deal.
that.
Something
But
like
these
that.
guys, it's like if Ponzi did a fucking thing at Douglas.
shit.
Like, this is literally just.
Oh,
Or Jalisco Fest or whatever, right? Like,
yeah.
this is strictly people from back in that day.
it was just
it was just people from
there was not too many outsiders
No, it
going
wasn't.
there, you
No.
know. Maybe that year that it got kind of fucked up was when more outsiders went. It was
Well,
all you fucking outsiders.
I want to say I started going maybe 2006, 2007.
That's when you started
When
going.
I started going, and I mean, it was already kind of bad, people fighting.
Okay.
But I do remember 2008, there was a lot of fights. And then 2009 was just a joke.
Ridiculous.
A
And then-
joke as far as the fights.
And then what was the year that they blamed you? 2009.
When they switched over in Cicero to Laramie. Like, a lot of people on social media are like, oh.
Well, the Laramie one was
Sorry,
pretty
sorry.
fucked up too, right?
Well, también al último.
Was that one
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, that was only one.
That was only one
Since
year.
was like, fuck you guys, man.
I mean, they weren't too organized because it was their first event switching over.
They used to do it right there where the festival.
Where the festival's
Yeah.
at. There was sister.
So-
That was Zacatecano Fest, man. That was pretty
se
big.
acabó la cerveza, I think, and then people just started going crazy,
Getting
bringing
all
their own
pissed and
thing.
shit.
And then those gangueros came, I guess, and
Gangueros.
there was already fights, and
Yeah.
Iban a madre.
yeah.
No, la pinche raza le gusta el desmadre, les gusta pelear.
Les gusta, pero they don't know how to act.
Yeah, fortunately, man, fortunately. Hey, pero hablando...
Or should I say, we don't know how to act.
Es la pinche gente de Zacatecas, Chicago.
Hey, to be honest, yeah.
I mean, you guys like to party. You guys get around. I mean, I remember from the Azteca days, it was just like, I mean, it was a family party. Había putazos. ¿No?
Entre ellos.
Si no había
No hay
putazos,
pedo.
it wasn't a party.
It wasn't a party.
No,
Yeah.
pero I'm talking about que les gusta, they like to party. Y'all Zacatecanos like to party on a Monday,
On a
bro.
Monday.
On a Monday. What's up with that?
I mean, a mí me tocó just a couple times. I was
To party or to
on a Monday.
to party on a Monday?
I think I only attended maybe one or two.
Pero es,
Well, that's because you live far as shit.
I mean, yeah, I lived
Can't be
far.
driving.
I was too young.
so from Sunday, you would just stay here and you're like, fuck, I'm going to party on Monday.
I mean, a veces me quedaba toda la semana, maybe 2 weeks.
Hey, shout out to igual, corrígeme porque quiero estar seguro, pero a mi memoria, un saludazo para la familia Almaraz,
Yes.
al señor Saturnino. Él fue el que, a lo que me acuerdo, él fue el que empezó con todo el rollo de los lunes.
Los lunes,
Yo iba mucho al local 150.
Yeah.
La gente se va a acordar. Ojalá que se acuerde.
Yeah.
Y si se acuerde, pongan el pinche comentario porque esos
No,
bailes eran otro pedo, güey. También.
No, they really were.
It was literally a huge spot with round tables, and that's like the first time that I'm going to a baile, and it's like families, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like
literally
a
families, güey.
it's like quinceañera, but
Yeah.
a baile. No, for real.
That's what it was. And,
Yeah.
they didn't sell any bottles. You had to go and get drinks. So you go and get like 4 fucking drinks and bring them to the table, and those were great times.
It was. If you
Yeah.
wanted a good table, you had to get there early.
You had
to get there early.
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
people went there to actually have a good time.
Yeah.
That was right.
With whoever they were with, they were there to enjoy themselves. Rather
And yeah.
than,
That was
Exactly.
right on LaGrange, right off of I-55, para la gente que,
Yeah.
para los young
well,
ones.
the
Yeah.
150, local 150
Local
and
150.
Chantilly, which I guess now is Bella's or whatever.
Yeah, Bella's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
But yeah, saludos to mi compadre Saturnino.
Ese compadre.
Yeah.
¿Cómo no?
I feel like he was a very important person in the music scene as far as getting the bandas back in after the Duranguense phase,
Yeah.
getting the bandas back into the scene.
Like the rotation. Saturnino's a big pioneer with that, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? Ahorita que me estoy acordando, I think he had something to do with those Elk Grove Village.
I believe so. I
It was,
believe so
it
because
was him and
the
señor named Jose
people,
Rojas or something
yeah,
like that. Sí, es-
McLovey, I think. Was his name.
Oh,
Something.
shit, it was. Yeah.
Because they're both from Villanueva.
There you
I
go.
believe he's from El Tigre, Maclovio, and then Saturnino from
La Boca.
Mucho saludo para la gente de La Boca. ¿Y qué me dijo ahorita?
El Tigre.
Villanueva.
El Tigre.
El Tigre.
Yeah.
All those
El
people,
Tigre.
man. We know that. I mean, conocemos mucha gente de Zacatecas que los conocen a ellos, pero sí quería mencionar al compa Saturnino
Yeah.
Almaraz porque
Well, when I started doing events, I feel like I looked up to him
you looked up to him, yeah?
as far as because his events were all bandas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I like that. And that's where I got the idea of de meter puras bandas.
bandas.
You know,
Yeah.
de meter puras
Yeah.
bandas.
That makes a lot of fucking sense, man.
Yeah.
That's badass. I'm gonna keep going with this. When did you get a little bit more involved then when it went to the Zacatecano Fest? Porque luego se mudó para la 25th and Lake, which is where it's at now anyway, right?
Well,
No, it's in front of Mariela.
in front of Marielas.
Oh shit!
Oh
what's
yeah,
that,
it
Mark?
changed. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it changed.
Damn,
If I'm not
Tony got
mistaken-
pulled, bro.
If I'm not mistaken, Los Suarez were the ones that got me involved with La Federación.
Okay.
David Suarez and his dad.
Yeah.
Sergio Suarez. Because I already knew them and I was already working with Los Suarez, and they're cool with them
Because of Estadio, of course.
La Federación Jalisciense.
Yeah.
As far as them.
But I'm saying you knew them obviously.
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
of Estadio, right?
yeah. And they got me in contact with them. Like, hey, ocupan ayuda. You're from Zacatecas.
You got the pool.
Yeah. help them out. And that's I mean, basically what I did, I just helped them out with getting the groups for the
Like booking.
booking the groups for the event. Yeah.
Yeah. And knowing who to book and knowing who the Zacatecas people like and stuff like that.
Because I mean, it was older guys organizing them before, and
They were a little out of touch.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with anybody older, organizing stuff, there's always room for improvement. Like I say,
Of course. And it's
the
improvement and
older
it's
people gotta go to the side and let the younger people.
update it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if not, you would be having like Los Muecas and Zacatecas.
Well, I mean, they did have some group once. No me acuerdo who. Los Sagitarios.
There you go.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I mean, I like their music,
Yeah.
but
It's like it's a younger
people,
crowd.
the
Like
younger
what the
people
fuck?
don't.
Yeah.
They're fucking looking like you. What are you doing, bro?
I mean, yeah, I like all kind of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just recently though. Back in the day, fucking Ivan was just banda.
Pura banda.
Bro, how do you
Actually, I used to like Duranguense a lot.
Stop.
En su tiempo. If it wasn't for Duranguense, I wouldn't have gotten into Mexican music.
Damn.
Oh shit.
We just had Dorado Show, man.
I'm actually a big fan of Dorado Show.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah. There you go.
I've had them at a couple family parties back in the day.
Oh shit. Yeah, we just had him, man. Lelo's back. Fucking great. You know, this whole fucking virus thing kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Pero they were here. Bro, what's up? Jonathan, bro, you gotta talk to me in your young vision, man, because when I remember you, I was with Viejones. We would go and play with Ivan, and we would go to Estadio, and you were always there at the door. Very respectful, very everything. And I didn't even know until you just told me that you guys are not even
We're
family.
not even related.
Oh really?
You didn't know either, right?
I wasn't there like
Bro,
when you guys were talking
I thought
about
they were
like
I thought it was like his nephew or his cousin.
cousin.
Something.
I thought it was always like you were cousins or something.
We're just friends. We're from Zacatecas.
Friends,
Have the same
just
last name, but
Same last name.
not related at all.
Oh,
Damn. But you met him early in your
Yeah, I
life.
met him through one like another family member.
Okay.
And well, he's older than me. He
Yeah.
saw me as a little kid,
Uh-huh.
but
This whole promoter shit isn't fun. Is not funny. It's not that fun all the time.
it's not.
But how was it for you to say fuck it? You liked it though.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I started young.
You started 16, 15.
16.
How did that start? Like he just asked you like, hey, you want to help me out?
Because one of my cousins would help him. But
Okay.
then me and him got closer. She was like, hey, you want to help me out? You want to do what he's doing? We're-
yeah.
Who was that? If you don't mind me asking.
Mario Silva. Well, he's my first
Mario
cousin.
Mario
Silva.
Silva.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Shout out Mario.
Yeah. So
Mario.
he was like, you want to help me out? And I was like, sure, I'll do it. So then I started doing it, not knowing what the fuck I was doing.
Of course.
He was like, I like what you're doing. You want to keep doing it?
But you dug it. You liked it.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
Because in
then-
your mind you were like, oh, this is fucking like
it's
music
cool. Yeah,
and
it's
all
cool.
the time. Yeah.
I was young. It was my first time going out.
Doing anything.
Exactly.
So you were just fucking probably in love with being at a club and being at a
Exactly.
baile.
I felt cool. I felt
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
15. Who's
Músicos,
Yeah,
todo el pedo.
exactly.
And then how are you with music? Are you a big fan?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever played anything?
No, I don't know how to play. I don't know how to sing. Nada de eso.
Nomás eres amante de la música.
Yes, sir.
Banda gaitsu?
Yeah, bandero.
Norteño with sex dude or no?
I enjoyed it.
Not as much
Not
as
as
my
much
boy.
as
As much-
my compadre. Who's my compadre now?
Oh, your compadre.
nice.
Badass.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Not as much as him, but yeah, I like it. I don't criticize. I don't hate.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
But you're banda lover.
Yeah, 100%.
You're what part of Zacatecas again?
Tepetongo, Zacatecas.
Tepetongo.
Es by Jerez, para los que no conocen, es by Jerez.
Shout out to anybody from out there you want to
No,
fuck
a
shout
toda mi familia. a
Toda la
todos,
familia
yeah.
Silo allá de Tepetongo.
Así es.
¿Sí lo dije bien o no?
Sí,
Tepetón,
Tepetongo.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then from there, how do you get more involved with Plebada Chikago?
Well, for the 2 years that we were at Estadio, I was the door guy.
Because now I see you. I mean, you're the active guy on social media.
Yeah.
You're the young guy.
Because I started working at the door for the 2 years.
2 years there.
And while we were towards the end, he was like, oh, well, I like the way you work. You want to get more involved? He's like, well, pretty much he was like, prove to me that you want to be more involved. All right.
Okay.
So I started getting more involved. He's like, all right, well, from now on, it's up to you. You want to keep working for me or you want to work with me? All right, well, let's take the biggest step. Like
Well,
the next step.
that's pretty big that he actually gave you the
Yeah,
option.
he did it because like you said it before. He has never worked with someone else.
Yeah, it's-
and he would always tell me that he's like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to working with other people, but I'm giving you that.
You know what, bro? It's because aquí está un compa mío, compa Juice. Saludo para mi compa Juice. He knows, and people around the company know. Like it, and imagine Ivan's the same way. It's very hard to just trust anybody
Yeah,
too. You know.
exactly.
And then when you do, you want to know how to, invite. But for him to invite you into the company is pretty badass.
Yeah, it was big for him and it was big
it's
for
pretty
me.
big,
Yeah.
yeah.
it was big. So we.
And you just said, "Fuck it." You
I
were,
was like,
you were
we
like
were
18 then.
18
No
when,
mames.
when we officially became like socios
Partners.
or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I believe my first event was Nuevo Golpe Estadio,
Well,
Okay.
golpes.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is Freud Spita. I don't know.
Yeah, Freud. Oh yeah.
And from there, that's when he was already helping out with the Zacatecano Fest.
Yeah.
And that's when I was pretty much more involved. I me encargaba de the merch, make sure everything was running well.
Right.
Obviously, at the end of the day, he had the last word.
Yeah.
Well, from there on, we just became business partners. I wasn't the Chalano one. I wasn't a Chalano one.
Yeah, like,
I was a
You
business.
put
He
you,
never
got
was.
pulled.
He never was.
you put in your time, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I did my work to get up there.
Yeah. And now fucking you're what then? You're how old are you now?
25.
25. So you're like fucking 10 years in then. I mean,
years in.
technically 10 years into the business of being on the promoter side. Still the same.
I'm still young. You know?
Still hell yeah, you're fucking
Yeah.
super young. You're one of the youngest guys in here.
Yeah.
These guys over here are way younger. But you're all good. I mean, how do you feel about the promotion? Like, or the
It's changed.
promoter
It's
life?
changed. It's
Hell
changed.
yeah,
it's
it's
changed.
crazy.
From what I remember, it has changed.
But you're at a great age, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, no
But
mames.
right now,
Golden age.
right now, I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, at least me and him, we're trying to focus more on the rancho scenes. No more bailes.
Yeah, because
It has changed.
you guys took a little break.
Yeah, we did.
You guys took a little break for about 2 years.
Yeah.
We're talking about like 14 to 16, más o menos. You took a break from obviously the Islas life, the estadio, the clubs,
Yeah.
the ranchos to a
Well, I
certain
mean,
point.
from doing them, yeah, but
Give
not
me
from
a
going out.
Give my boy another little beer here, bro. Both of them. Los dos, de una vez.
Ah, qué bueno.
Shout out to my boys, CasaHumilde for the beer. ¿También quieres otra o qué?
Yes, I want another one, man. But a good thing I beat Ivan, bro, because ahorita al baño we kind of ran together. Right
Hay
now.
línea, huh?
Oh
Take
my
a number.
God, damn.
I was about to go out in the alley.
What's
I started going to the doors. I'm like, there no bathroom?
Hurry up. Yo
It's
todavía le
amazing
estoy
here. It's
echando-
amazing.
No, y todavía estaba en el teléfono. Que yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I'll be there soon though.
Yeah, honey. No. ¿Qué pasó?
No, I'm not in no hurry.
No,
Ya te
I got time.
Ya me está echando.
Ya está quemando el rancho, pues, Jesse.
No,
You
bro.
told
I
me that
heard
you
him. I
were.
heard him.
Yeah.
You told me that you didn't have any curfew today, bro.
I have no curfew
okay.
whatsoever. Salucita con
A
Casa
schedule,
Humilde.
but not a curfew.
Salud.
Salud, guys.
What's the important of importance to you guys, to both of you, of having merchandise with Plebada Chikago? What's the importance of that?
Well, I mean, I want to say at first I didn't really see much importance to it.
When'd you start with the merch?
I believe it was maybe after Sábado de Gloria
Back in 11?
at 11.
Oh wow!
I did one shirt. It had this logo on the front, and then a guy with the horse in the back, and like inside a lienzo. Like that was the first one. That was a guy's shirt, and then I did a girl's shirt that said "I love rodeos" on the front,
I remember that one.
and then the same picture in the back.
In the back, yeah.
And that's how it started. You know, I did maybe a couple hundred, and then like that was it. And then more designs started coming in. And I want to say where it really went big was when I came back from taking a break.
Okay.
There was a lot of people that like, oh, when are you making this? When are you making that? When are you making more? And surprisingly, it was a lot of younger, newer people, which I was very surprised, you know, because I had taken a 2-year break and I honestly thought like, you know, who the
Kind
hell
of non-existent.
like who's gonna remember me?
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, there was a lot of people that were younger and went to my events, and now they were older and partying.
Yeah.
And you know, to me, like that feels good to know. You know, like they've been around. They've been following me since, you know, they were young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some of them like, oh, I used to go with my parents would take me. You know, now I come by myself.
Shit.
You know, they take me home. They still take
Now
me
my
home.
parents take me home and shit.
But that's still a good sign though. Like they follow you since then and shit.
Like one day I posted this meme like, what table are you sitting at? You know.
Yeah.
And I did past events that I liked a lot.
Right.
Nice.
And I was surprised with how so many
People reacted
People-
to that.
like at the time they were younger and you know I didn't know them, but now I do, and they're like, oh yeah, I
was there.
I went to this event with my parents, or you know, stuff like that, or I remember this, or sometimes you know I watch the videos from the events, and I always see somebody new every time that now I know. Back then I didn't know him.
You're like, holy
Yeah.
shit! Look at this guy.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I know that when we go into the merch part of your career, I remember when you had the I love
Rodeos. Oh, I love
state-
Zacatecas and
the ranchos and everything, right? I felt like that's when it like boom, like I fucking would see a lot of people with your
Well,
shirts.
in ese tiempo, sí, like we sold a lot because
And then you had Puesto Zacatecano.
I made them specifically
that.
for Zacatecano
Yeah.
Fest. And, you know, hice muchos.
Yeah.
But compared to now, like it's got even bigger.
It got bigger.
It got bigger.
Okay.
And like during the pandemic, I did have plans to sell the merch at my events.
Okay.
But because of the pandemic,
But no.
we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And I always like to just sell it at the events because it's a hassle doing it online, you know.
Okay.
At the events, I take it, it sells out, that's it. You know, I don't hear about it anymore.
Right.
But online is otro pedo. You know, like it takes people 2-3 weeks sometimes to order stuff.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, a lot of people were hitting me up, hey, when are you making this? So I decided to sell merch during the pandemic. And I think I maybe did like four times. And I did just orders, lo que ordenaban, and, you know, thankfully.
As they ordered?
Yeah, thankfully it went good.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of push too, like a lot of push to sell locally.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing that's helped.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh no, do local.
Well, the
stuff,
first
like-
round that I did, I mean, like I said, my friends have always, you know, supported me.
Yep.
Mhm.
A lo mejor no van a veces todos a los eventos, but
Yeah.
They're there.
the first round I did, like half the orders were all my friends, you know, people that I've known for years, you know,
Right.
which, you know, shout out to all of them. You know,
Hell
like,
yeah.
you know,
That counts a lot.
that's love right there, you know.
Yep.
I was surprised. Like the first order, I was not expecting that many. I was like, if I get 30 orders,
You're fine with it.
we're set. You know, like I got like over 150 orders,
Nice.
which I was like, fuck, ¿qué voy a hacer con tanta orden?
Yeah.
But actually, it was a hassle because I got sick around that time. So
Okay.
it was a hassle getting
Yeah, it
everything
was.
out.
Getting everything out
for
there.
sure.
Any big merch stories que te ha ido algo mal, que le dieron el paquete a alguien o que no mandaste algo a la chingada?
Well, just this week that
Oh shit.
I was trying to get the stuff in for Christmas,
Oh.
and it wasn't getting printed fast enough. So I was literally calling them every day to see what was going on.
The ETA, yeah, it's fucking at the Christmas time. It's fucking tough. I mean, and I imagine all these people are ordering your Plebada merch, man.
Well, some of them I mailed out, and the postal service, like, you know, it's a little backed up,
Yeah.
so they're not getting them as fast.
They're not guaranteeing the
People-
package to get there.
Well, I sent somebody a beanie, maybe 20 minutes from where I live, and somehow it ended up in Iowa.
Holy shit. Oh,
It was there almost for a week.
Fuck.
And I called them, I'm like, what's going on? And why is it in Iowa? And, you know, they didn't know what to tell me. You know, I got a little Karen, as you might say, with the...
Hell yeah.
And then they called me 2 days later, like, oh, just to let you know, it just got delivered today. And I was like, okay, well, you know, thanks, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. I was hoping because I had ordered a hoodie from you,
Yeah.
and I know that things are backed up right now.
Well,
Like,
you're
I
supposed to get yours the next day, but it's still in transit.
Yeah, and I was.
It's in Oaxaca.
Hey, and you know what's funny?
Uh-huh.
The people in the Chicago area, closer in the Chicago area,
Yeah.
it's more delayed. Like
Really?
I sent one out to Pablo. He used to play in Valle Verde.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He lives out más para allá by Rockford. He got it the next day, which is further out, you know.
Yeah.
And I was hoping, I was gonna see if I can wear it today,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of things are backed up right now. Like it's
I
just
mean, right now, I wouldn't recommend for next year, you know, shipping through the postal.
dang,
Yeah,
you
so-
know what, Frank? You should have just called them and say, hey,
Hey,
I was about to tell him like we should have just brought it here.
Hey, well, I was thinking that, you know,
Yeah.
but we weren't sure what day we were gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
That's
was
true.
kind of in a way kind of last
Last
minute,
minute.
you know,
Yeah.
because it's obviously it's New Year's Day and Christmas last week, and both of them are busy with their own schedule, and,
Yeah.
and the fact that they do have to do a good hour and a half commute
at least.
at least. Pero now going back a little bit to what Jesse said though, now 10 years later you're in the merch, you become locally a merch brand. I think it's a brand that's already established,
Yeah.
with your whatever hundreds, thousands of people that always order from you. The difference obviously when you were younger and not really thinking too much about what the brand meant,
Yeah.
to now that you're older and now you have a partner that I can see that you guys are on the same page, which is the number one rule I think for anything.
Yeah. Well, I want to say also when I was younger, I was a little immature.
Oh yeah.
You know, like my mindset was not. It was more partying, to be
Yeah.
honest. You know, let's be honest. You know, like I was younger, very young,
Yeah.
and I was doing events. I was making a lot of money at the events, and
And spending it.
my thing was, hey, partying. You know, who doesn't do that when they're young? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But now I'm more mature. Like after the break, I think I got more mature. My mindset changed. And I mean, I still go out and party. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Whenever I get the chance, I can't drink as much as I used to before. But
Yeah.
you can still have fun with.
But you still party, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have a good time.
Yeah,
You know, watch everybody wasted.
Yeah. That's where the fun is at. Where you can see other people fucking fucked up.
Maybe blackmail them.
You're the designated driver, but like, yeah, you're the one recording then.
Hell
Look at
yeah.
this motherfucker.
You're the blackmailer. You're the fucking new blackmailer.
No, but I want to say maybe that's why now the merch is, you know, it's more consistent.
It's
You know,
flourishing.
It's more consistent, and I feel like I'm taking out newer things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, I want to keep it going, you know. I mean, and I want to say in part thanks to the pandemic also, because, you know, I had to do something, you know.
Bro, we in the first season, you know, we talked a lot, like the groups, obviously, how some took advantage of the pandemic, you know,
Yeah.
and things just happened to happen in a good way.
Yeah.
Hasta cierto punto, GuacPod, I think, is part of that pandemic, like resurgence or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, it helped, and same thing with you guys' merch. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel you guys now are legit. A brand that people are looking forward to all your new shit. I see you active as shit, and I know that your brand, you know, became something that you probably didn't even think it was gonna become and shit back in.
I mean, honestly, not really. It was,
At
just,
all, right?
It was just something like, oh, I like how this looks.
It'll be cool, this shirt
Let me
and
add
shit.
my twist to it, you know.
But you
Yeah.
found something that you connected with you
Yeah.
know, with the designs of Rancho and everything.
Yeah,
Was just like a
yeah.
right time, I think.
Yeah.
And people connected with it, like, oh shit, yeah, I'm Rancho this and Rancho that. Like,
And I love the fact that you guys are always which you guys have to always repping your brand, bro.
yeah.
You have to. You have to be your biggest fan.
You have
Exactly.
to, bro. I tell everybody, like, how are you
Exactly.
guys? How are you not wearing, like, you know, your band, whatever? If you
Whatever
have,
it is.
if you have merch,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
obviously if you don't have merch, no. But if you have your merch, why are you not wearing
Yeah.
it like daily?
Yeah.
Al chile, like, and you guys are always.
I mean, my
wearing it,
closet is all full of plebada.
Plebas,
Yeah.
As it should be,
exactly.
as it should be. No quiero, ¿cómo se dice? I don't want to avoid a big subject. What was that laugh for?
No, it's just funny, bro, because I'm remembering about the subject.
He's trying to think what it is. I think.
No, but it's hilarious because it just happened. And I just remember. Pinche botellas just
Hey, you
flying.
might want to take this away from me.
Back in the party days for Ivan, I wasn't there. So
Nobody was
Hey,
there.
A mí no me consta.
Good thing Snapchat and going live was on there.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Imagínate if they existed.
Hey,
what-
maybe the surveillance camera.
Well,
The footage.
we're gonna have to ask Tony. Anybody that's listening or hearing, comment on this too. If you were there, let us know if it hit you. Because I heard that our compa, big shout out to our compas from Patiño's Sound. Casi le chinga la consola aquí mi compa Iván. Pero
Hey, the good thing Mariela's had insurance.
Jonah, were you there?
I wasn't there. I wasn't
Bro, that's why it
He had
happened.
school the next day.
What, that was Sunday or Monday?
It
It was a Monday. It was a Monday.
It was a Monday.
Para acabarlo de chingar, it was a Monday.
Monday party. Not only did you fuck up Zacatecano Fest, fucking Mondays and Mariela's was brought to you by Ivan and shit. Bro, te voy a preguntar para que nos la platiques a mí, porque yo no estaba y no me la sé bien. You know how it is. Okay. No mames, pinche Iván. You know, esto. Well, long story short, because he's going to say the long story. Don't make it short. It involved your good friend. Y un saludo por si lo ve a la gente ahí, al compa Nono. Platícamela, bro.
We became good friends after that.
And now, yeah.
I mean, he's one of my favorite artists.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I was gonna touch on that. Like, I don't know if you guys had talked about it, but like, I wanted to touch about their relationship with Nono.
Nah, bro. You bring it up.
Yeah,
compa.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
be.
Hey,
Ivan's
so,
cool,
so
man.
what happened to, you said things that you didn't want to talk about. What happened to
Fry was like Jesse that one time. Like, Fry was in here, so Fry wasn't out there when we talked about what do you
Exactly.
guys.
I didn't
That's why he's like, should I bring it up or should I
like,
not
bring it up. I don't know if I was.
Nah, it's
Is that
cool.
what you texted me right now?
Hey, can I bring up that Nono fucking thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was a little intoxicated. It was my birthday eve.
Birthday Eve, okay.
I did have one too many Vegas bombs.
Dice Jesse, en my, para justificarme, ¿cómo dice?
Para aclarar.
Aclarando.
If you had Vegas bombs, then that was Jessica, the bartender. Was she
I don't
bartending?
believe at the
No,
time
back
she was.
then.
No.
Back then she wasn't?
She wouldn't do on Mondays. Maybe if it was on the weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
I mean, I believe she was there partying with us.
There you go. Shout out to Jessica.
Shout out, Jessica.
Shout out.
I mean, I got a little too intoxicated. I threw a little tantrum.
A little one?
They didn't play my song, so I decided to throw a beer at El Dono. But I mean, I completely missed by maybe 100, 200.
Wait, you're like 6 feet, right? You're like 6'2". Y este pinche nono's like 4'10", bro. Y tú tirándole una pinche botella.
But aclarando, it was the Vegas bomb that threw it.
Yeah. It wasn't you. It was the Vegas bomb.
No, but I mean, I threw a beer can at him.
That was a can?
A beer can, yeah.
No, they don't have bottles.
And then after that, I still went outside, maybe exchanged some words that I shouldn't have.
Wow.
But I mean, the good thing is the next day I realized that I fucked up. I got in contact with him. I apologized. I told him, hey, my bad. I was drunk.
He was like, who the hell is this? Who's
So I
calling
mean,
me?
he was understanding. He's like, no te preocupes, Iván, está bien.
Do you remember what song that you wanted?
I was asking for la guarecita.
La guarecita.
And he played Me Gusta Tener de a Dos.
La canción mía.
That's actually his song.
That was my song at the time.
It's Jonathan's song.
But it's nothing against the song. I believe Rojas brought up in one of the podcasts, like doing bailes, there are certain songs that you just get tired of hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Because people ask for them all the time.
Yeah.
That was a song that I was just tired of hearing at the bailes.
Man, you know what? Right now it's making sense. You guys had just put up on Facebook about.
Remember I told you.
You're gonna bring it up.
And I said there was something about that song.
Mm-hmm.
And I tagged you and Rojas.
Yeah.
And you guys were confused.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what did he say?
So he just put up like Me Gusta Tener Dos, and I'm like,
it
what
was
does this mean?
for my memories.
Yeah. And I even put like, what does this mean, bro? He's like, I'll talk about the GuacPod.
Yeah.
Y ahorita I'm like, oh
Nice.
shit.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I mean, but it was nothing against the song. Como dijo Rojas, like there's just certain songs that you get tired of hearing.
So is that one of the songs like
It was one.
que te hincha right now to this day?
I mean, not anymore. I mean, especially not this year. Where am I gonna hear? There's no baile.
But you were intoxicated and you were like, I want this song. And then you played the other
My
song.
compadre Saturnino had told me, hey, come celebrate your birthday. Te va a tocar todas las que tú quieras.
That's even the fucked up part.
Let me tell you though, I had already written like a list.
Bro,
No,
had already played 29 out of the 30 songs, bro. He doesn't play Guarecita and he gets
fucking mad.
At the time, how many times did you hear Guarecita?
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah, it's true.
Never.
It's true.
You should have told him to not play fucking, El Aguichote or whatever.
That was on my list.
I was actually, that's how I discovered, well, for me, my personal taste, that's the first song that I heard, like Guarecita.
Guarecita?
Because when I was doing mixes
with Escamilla?
With Escamilla.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite versions.
Right.
If not my favorite of La Guarecita.
I was trying to do a lot of old school bandas, not just Recodo when I was doing mixes for La Que Buena. So it was just like, Banda Escamilla.
Oh,
banda.
So that was you that would put the good stuff.
That was me. So
That's why they fell off.
Hell yeah. Bringing in that underground
Underground
stuff.
shit.
No, but it's just one of the things where it's like, 29 of the songs. It's like me telling these guys, play la cosecha. And they're like, vamos con
Otra.
No, but he had some really good bangers with fucking Escamilla though. Like,
No, he
that's
did.
not- yeah.
I mean, even with him and his banda, like, it's bien ranchero.
Yeah, he's very
It's bien
ranchero.
ranchero. And he plays, good songs.
Yeah, he has a unique voice too.
I
for
swear to
banda.
God, I thought that guy was like tall, 5'7". Lo vengo a conocer en el Club 64 una vez.
No, but es muy buena gente.
Muy buena gente.
We became very, very good friends.
No,
Shout out to.
se le estaba acabando la voz.
Oh, yeah.
And then he stopped playing y luego somebody was like, hey, cántame las mañanitas y cántame esta canción. And he's like, but I'm like, short little thing. I'm all next to him. She's like, can I take a picture?
Is he from where you guys are from or no?
He's from Jerez.
He's from Jerez.
No, from Laguna, ¿verdad?
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
he's half and half. Like
Yeah.
Montes
Okay.
Covedo y
Oh, he's
Jerez.
from there, from Zacatecas. Yeah.
And then you guys, porque allá un chingo de gente obviamente lo conoce. You guys seen him over there play too or no?
Yeah.
¿Otro pedo?
Ahí, en mi rancho, ahí cada año
He's there.
seguro.
I mean, I haven't, but he is.
Yeah.
¿Y Panchito F1 quién es?
Eso no se pregunta.
Hey, that's another song on the Do Not Play. We're tired of that
Well,
song.
they just said he's from Jalpa, Zacatecas.
Thank you.
We're tired of that song.
You know what?
Thank you.
You're right, bro. Back in the Viejones, like
Yeah, Viejones,
Panchito F1, like, damn.
we had to,
It was that song, you know?
we had to take it out because we had to take it out, but we were just tired of that song already.
He was,
We were.
The Zacatecanos took it out first.
I'm
like,
that kind of guy. I like to hear, new stuff.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
new
yeah.
as in songs that people don't play, because there's so many songs, like viejitas canciones que nadie toca.
like bangers.
Yeah,
You like to hear bangers.
And I feel like everybody plays, about maybe the same songs porque todos las piden,
Right. Yep.
For sure, you're gonna hear que el Centenario, el Tarasco.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, they're good songs. Don't get me wrong, they're good songs, but you get tired of hearing them.
Yeah.
I mean, random, but I remember one time you guys played la de Yo Te Amo Maria.
Yeah.
And like I was drunk that day, and I was like, "What the fuck? Am I really hearing this song right now?" And then I texted you the next day. I'm like,
Yeah.
Is it me or did you play that song yesterday?
Yeah, I remember
we
that.
did.
Yeah.
But you didn't throw a fucking beer bottle at them.
I didn't know they played it.
you don't even remember.
If I would have known, maybe.
Why the fuck are you playing that good
What
shit?
the fuck, bro?
No, I mean, I think that was the only time I acted out like that. But I mean, lo bueno que, I realized the next day and I made it right,
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Because I mean, not many people
Get to throw a beer can.
could admit when they fuck up, and
Yeah.
No, no.
I mean, it takes a lot to, apologize to
Of
someone,
course.
you know what I mean?
It's a man thing to
Yeah.
do.
It's a lot of
very
pride that
nice,
gets in the way, pero cuando quieres, when you think about it in the long run,
Yeah.
I think you did a great choice, o sea, de ir a disculparte con la persona después de que te dieron un pinche madre.
I mean, that low key could have been the beginning of your, like you're saying you used to be more obviously immature.
Yeah.
That could have been a big beginning of your fucking maturity per se, right? Like, say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna change.
Well, I mean, in that point, I feel like I've always been mature in that part. Like where when I fucked up, I feel like I've always been the
Said
person to make it right. You know?
Right.
Okay.
You know, when I fucked up with someone, I feel like I've always. I mean,
I mean, Jonathan is like over there, like, fuck.
It's like, oh, I know.
I always make it right. If I know I fucked up, I go above and beyond to make it right. For whatever the situation is. Well, at least in my point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bailes, bro. Are you guys gonna any plans? I know this virus thing fucked it up. I know that you were telling me earlier you wanted to stick a little bit to the ranchos. But any ambition to go back to the bailes whenever the fuck it opens?
I mean, as far as me, not really, because la desvelada to me is more la desvelada.
Yeah.
And
You're good with the ranchos. You're good with the merch.
I'm cool with the day events. I don't know.
No, I feel the same way.
Same way.
I told you.
I mean,
has
there
changed.
was
It has changed.
no, it's changed a lot. Que como que no dan ganas.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot, so we're trying to focus more on the rancho.
Sin ofender a nadie, pero the baile scene como que está medio corriente.
That's how you
Nowadays.
feel about it.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel.
But do you go to a lot of the bailes nowadays?
I mean,
or
I've gone to a couple. And it's just changed. Maybe it's just me getting older. Maybe maybe I shouldn't be there.
No, I think
maybe,
it's.
maybe it's not corriente. It's just that we're getting older, or what?
But I mean,
it could be that.
I think
It could be that.
I think it's a little bit of
that.
both.
Yeah.
The people are always gonna change, and then you still.
But
get
I
older.
feel like it's changed for the worse. Like right now, it's just more about status.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too.
And you don't go to have a good time. You go to show off.
You go to show off.
But I think
I'm gonna see you show up on your Snapchat tomorrow. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think that's what the last 3 years have been.
has.
In anything in like concerts.
Yeah.
Like go to Banda MS, it's all about status. It's about
It is.
where you're sitting at,
Yeah.
where you, or if
Exactly.
you're popping bottles there, or it's just like when they used to go to Vicente, people would do it just for status.
Yeah.
And I think it's been the last 3-4 years that it kind of bleeded into the local scene where like, look who I'm fucking partying with.
Yeah.
Look at my bucanas.
Yeah.
Look how many bottles I got.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I think it has a lot to do with fucking technology.
Yeah.
Obviously, being able to put you on the spot and show off your status.
But some people fake it to make it, Some people
Fake
fake
it to make it.
I mean,
But I mean, they're not
I guess
making
cada quien, cada quien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember back in our times,
Yeah.
uno iba and you would
enjoy.
socialize
Socialize.
with different people, talk to different people. Now it's like I'm gonna go with this group
You're
of people.
strictly there.
And that's it.
Oh, you're not in the
And
VIP? Okay. No.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
Before,
Who are
you
you
knew
coming to my
everybody.
table?
You knew everybody before.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, maybe I could be that. Maybe ya no conozco. No, I
esa
mean,
generación.
like even when I go, I feel, I still know people. People still know me. We still, hey,
Right.
how's it going? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it does. I mean, you guys are around that though. It does. You start going. You start knowing less people, and
Yeah.
all the boys are either fucking married or out of state. All the women like that you used to know, all the friends, same thing, married
Yeah.
kids. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
almost.
pero no se detienen, todos van. No se detienen.
But it's not it's not like partying with the old Ivan
No,
anymore.
not
No, it's
right?
not.
It's
Well, I
not.
mean, for a part, I really can't. I can't drink alcohol like I used to.
Right.
Mhm.
I have chronic gastritis, so
Okay.
it's something that I got to deal with
Something you gotta
on
take
the
care
regular.
of.
On the regular basis, yeah.
I mean, maybe I could have a beer one day, but I can't have it consistently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Stomach
okay. I
starts
see what
acting
you're
up.
saying.
Yeah.
So when you start offering the bottle, it's for him to chug it.
Ask
He
No,
says
that I
no.
cannot do. No shots at all.
Oh, no shots for
No,
shots.
I see shots. No. Eso sí.
Okay, ya
Out
sabe.
of the question. Maybe watered down a little bit.
No more Vegas bombs.
No more Vegas, bro.
That's good that you're looking out for your health,
Oh, yeah.
porque por mucha
yeah.
gente a veces le vale madre,
Of
y no
course.
saben
Well, I mean-
controlarse eso.
To be honest, like when I got sick, I was looking out for myself so I could eventually go back to being the old me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're almost 2 years into it, and I finally realized, well, that's just not gonna happen again. And you gotta
Accept
come
it.
to terms
So-
and accept it.
Yeah.
So,
Accept it.
so
yeah.
technically, you were trying to get yourself better to kind of go back to that party life.
I mean, not necessarily, but
but it was in the back of your
like,
mind.
like I mentioned earlier, like I just want to be careless. I don't want
Right.
to have
That's
to
what you
watch
miss.
out what I eat all the time.
Yeah.
If I want to eat something I'm not supposed to, I gotta plan for it.
Hey man, because I see you cooking.
Yeah.
This guy
I see
fucking
him,
cooks,
yeah.
man.
I was actually thinking of bringing something, but
Oh,
it was too last minute that I didn't have time to plan it out.
Yeah.
I see you cooking some fucking. What's up with that? Or what? You cook on the side? Did you learn también?
I
Or did
mean,
you know?
ever since I was little, I've always liked cooking.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because I see you doing some good looking shit,
Well, I mean,
healthy stuff too, man.
luckily when I got sick and I had to change my diet, like I knew how to.
Because you were diabetic.
I was diabetic.
Yeah.
For a very long time, actually, almost 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
almost 10 years.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah,
Well,
I because for years I would tell him, hey, bro, let's do a baile for diabetes. yeah, let's go. ¿Verdad?
Yeah.
It was usually after a couple shots we start talking.
Yeah. It was. Or a couple hits. to
Hey,
be- to
and,
be-
and, and then I would be like, hey, you know that tequila could actually lower your sugar?
yeah. And every time we would teach it, hey, what's up, bro? How's your sugar? It's fucking all right. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? With the diabetes, I always kept it under control. Like, siempre estaba, like, my A1C was always on point.
But you're
Yeah.
not diabetic anymore.
Not
And how
anymore.
you-
I
That's
I
awesome.
How
reversed
you
it.
That's
reversed
awesome.
it,
I
bro?
reversed it.
That's awesome.
I actually
Congratulations.
had a blood
Congrats, bro.
work like 2 weeks ago. And I believe it was like, my A1C was like a 4.8. So
Damn,
whoever
that's
knows, like,
awesome.
it's a normal person. It's not.
Yeah, better than normal. Yep.
Yeah.
And then when did you reverse diabetes?
I want to say, well, I stopped taking the medication last year in July.
And you were just like on pills or whatever? Or you were doing insulin?
I mean, I was on metformin. I was on insulin maybe just the first year
okay.
Oh,
as
shit.
I got a hang of things.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, honestly, sometimes with the alcohol, like, the alcohol te bajaba la azúcar.
I was just going to ask you though, you were type 2?
Type 2.
So then was it something that you just fucking, did you feel weird or did you actually like pass out or anything like that?
I actually, my sugars got to a very dangerous level that I was
Yeah.
about to go in
Stroke
coma.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
When I got to the hospital, I think ya andaba mal for like a week.
Yeah, es que no sabía, ¿verdad?
And no sabía. And the last, no, actually, no.
No?
I got very thirsty and I was just drinking sugary things, pero yo no sabía. And the last 3 days me la pasé nada más dormido because
You were tired as
You were
fuck.
I was
tired,
tired and
yeah.
thirsty. And I finally went to the hospital because my mom made me go. And then when I went, they're like, your sugar is at a very dangerous level. Like, we're surprised that like
That
you were
you're
even
here.
to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people go in coma. Y duré maybe like 4 days in the
Where
hospital.
was it? Do you remember where your level was at?
They told me it was almost like 1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, man.
I remember when I was peeing, like it felt like honey. It was
so
so
thick.
it was so thick.
It was
Yeah.
so thick.
You know, like when you pee a veces chispea, like it was like syrup.
Yeah.
on the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Get the fuck out!
That beat's kind of weird and fucked up like that. It's a silent.
Yeah.
And I was in the hospital 4 days until I was able to get the sugars down and keep it at a stable.
Yeah, almost 1,000 is nuts, bro.
Man, imagine somebody liking golden showers and here's himself.
Miel ahí.
Vienen mielados. La chinga.
Give me some golden shower. Give me some of that honey, baby. God.
Give it to Jesse to just switch everything around.
Jesse loves all that shit.
Jesse loves this shit.
Hey, maybe low-key he went to the bathroom to get it. He was on his phone. I don't know if he was on the phone with somebody or like, he jokes.
Yo quería agarrar la miel, por eso.
Bro, well, we're very, very happy that you reversed it.
Yeah.
We're happy. No quiero hablar con mi compadre, but I know that my compadre, you guys collab and your designs, and I'm glad that Jonathan's part of your team. I think that it's a great move on your end. Mutual respect, man. I mean, like I said before, we've known you, we known of you, but and I think that both ways it's always been a mutual respect, a mutual understanding. Nunca hemos salido mal.
Yeah.
No creo que ha salido mal como compadre Fred tampoco. En los bailes, nunca ha salido mal con nada. O sea, It was a very clean relationship, a business relationship for the past, whatever, we worked 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking happy as shit because that your merch is it's working so much, bro.
Yeah.
I've always told Fred, like, somebody's gotta come up on the Chicago scene with the merch. Correct me if I'm wrong too. I just feel like this new generation, they're very supportive, bro.
They are.
Yeah.
No, you know what? And like I said, like I'm surprised that younger people know about Plebada. Like to me, it was like how do you guys know? Like, ¿cómo sabe?
Yeah.
I think that back in the day, I tried to explain it, and I don't know if everyone's gonna understand it. Maybe you will. But back in the day, it was very much more competitive, or
It was.
or more. Competitive is the word. I don't want to call it hating, right?
No,
because it was borderline hating, and like those, there was shit talking.
I mean, it could have. I could see why some people might. I mean, because I've heard from people like, oh, that I was hater, this and that. But I mean, like, it's not that. Like.
It's competitiveness to a
Es que a
certain
veces
point.
hay gente that is just shady and you don't associate with them.
Yep.
Or they do stuff that you don't like and you're just not okay with it and you don't associate with them and maybe they take it as hating.
Yeah.
And you really can't control as far as when this whole thing grew up with social media.
Yeah.
You can't control everybody.
Yeah.
That even they're behind you.
Yeah.
They don't know that they're actually hurting you guys by actually talking shit to a competition or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't control that sometimes.
I agree. And because of that competition back in the day, and having you here so many years later, and seeing you guys' success with the merch, I mean, personally, I want to congratulate you guys with that. You both you guys got a good system going with the merch. I'm happy that somebody's succeeding with the merch. I hope that this whole you guys stay safe with the virus thing, because I do want to see more of your success in the rodeos. Especially, pues, para conocer a Jonathan y entrar a los pinches rodeos con, hey, Jonathan, we're gonna go. Me and
good,
Jesse and Frank.
You remember us from the GuacPod?
I would be like, what's up? You got me. I got you.
And then maybe we could do a diabetes baile. We'll do a fucking throwback and shit.
Hey, when you mentioned, I think he was confused about the diabetes.
The diabetes violence.
No,
Yeah.
but we really would. Cada vez que nos veían, I was like, oh, when are we going to do it? Yeah, let's talk. And she
Nah.
never.
Well, give us some honey shots.
Honeydew. But we would always talk about it. I mean, don't say so. I mean, hey, it's never too late to just do anything
never too
together.
late.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe one day we could do something, and if not, those most we know that we're both cool. We're like I said, we never had any issues. I think that it's very. I hope that all these young guys and the older people that are listening and that are on YouTube or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, go check out our guys from Plebada Chikago. Go check out their merch, especially people that are from the rancho scene. And that doesn't mean that if you're a city, don't know. I'm just saying, especially because they're very much into the coleadero, ambiente and their merches as well. So go and check them out. Do you have a website? Or is it just straight from Facebook?
Right now, it's just from our Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook. Plebada Chikago. That's where they can see you guys.
I usually been doing it like every like once a month, like taking orders.
Okay. And do you come out with like new stuff once a month? Or
I try to, yeah. I try to. Yeah. Like this one's the new one that we came out with the stars on
The Chicago Stars.
The Chicago Stars on the side.
And then we did a collab with Secta.
I seen that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one and Secta on the back.
Secta on the back. I
Nice,
did
yeah.
see that collab. And then any other collabs that you can expose or bomb on us right now? Or
I mean,
is it more like low key and shit?
There are more. I actually had in mind, we had in mind to do more collabs with different groups throughout the year.
Yeah.
But because of COVID, we didn't get to do it how we wanted to.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we're slowly gonna
Start again?
we're
or do
gonna
it?
start again.
Execute it.
We're probably gonna start with giveaways, collabs
¿Y
with.
se vale saber o todavía no? Hasta que ya no.
I mean,
One or two, I mean,
just to name a few,
There you go, here we
Norteño
go.
and La Banda.
Oh,
There you go.
that ain't naming shit.
But you should know. If I
Norteño.
say Norteño,
And then-
Just-
Is it a norteño sax
Of
or
course.
norteño?
a Norteño sax and a banda
There we
from
go.
Guanajuato.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
We already know.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Oh, no. Shout out to my
And
boy
if you know,
Arturo.
you know.
If you know, you know. Exactly.
Well, that's
El que
badass.
sabe, sabe.
I think that was badass too. The whole collabs that you guys
Yeah.
did, and your giveaways are on point. Pero aparte de eso, pues, me da mucho gusto que te esté yendo bien. Thankfully for the pandemic, that like you said, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise for a lot of people,
Yeah.
even though it's been a
Well, I mean,
curse
for
a lot
the
of people.
people that take advantage of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta see what's going on and
And know
work
your-
with what
know
you
your
got.
craft.
And make it
Yeah.
happen.
If you
Yeah.
sit there and complain, pues no va a
Va a
pasar
estar
nada.
cabrón.
Va a estar
Yeah.
cabrón. You
Yeah.
gotta do it what you got.
You got to figure it out, man.
Yeah.
You got to sit back and be like, well, what's going on? Well, I mean, thankfully for you guys had that brand going, since 11. So,
Yeah.
you guys just rode off of that and exposed it even more. And the young generation, like I was saying, like, go and check them out. If you haven't, order, for 2021. Hopefully the rodeos, usually where also before we segue to the end, where are you at usually when you do the rancho events? ¿Cuáles pueblos o dónde es ubicado?
Well, last year we just did Belvedere, like the Belvedere area.
Belvedere area.
Rockford.
Rockford, Belvedere.
But this year we had a couple. Well, most of them were in the Belvedere area,
Okay.
and then a couple closer to Chicago,
Okay.
like Joliet.
Okay.
But I mean, as far as I know, we're still planning for next year to.
Same areas like
Same
Belvedere,
area. Yeah.
Joliet area.
We're planning to pick up where we left off. Porque
Nice.
también se
Right.
quedaron grupos that we from out of town that we had left deposits to bring
Okay.
for this year.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that everything clears up and we're able to carry it on until next year.
El nono or no?
And no, yeah.
El nono's one of them, right?
Couple of cans of beer to his face. You didn't play my song.
Anyone else you can?
Well, I mean, that I announced.
man,
I mean,
fucking
El Nono, Banda La Querendona, that I announced.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just gonna name groups that I had announced.
Right.
But other than that,
How about the
I-
unannounced? Fucking give me one unannounced, man.
Chacalosa.
a couple groups from California.
Oh,
There you go.
That's
There you
another
go.
thing. Hey, good thing you brought that up. You're also one of the guys. Were you one of the guys that brought the California groups?
That brought them all three together. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Who
I
was-
mean, I did an event with Cumbre. Was it 14?
14, yeah.
2014. And
that's when you were already kind of in love with Norteño with Sex
yeah,
too, right?
that I was already
All in.
obsessed with Norteño with Sex.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And you had Freud like a couple years before that.
Contragolpe, yeah. The same year, no? Or before that.
yeah.
Before that. We had, not Contragolpe. El Nuevo Golpe.
Nuevo Golpe.
Well, actually, I had El Nuevo Golpe in 2012.
Herradura.
Herradura. I believe it was the first time they had come to as Nuevo Golpe to
Nuevo
Chicago.
Golpe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Obviously, you fucking were all over it. You knew these guys. You were a
Well,
fan.
I mean, I heard them. I liked them. I got to bring them.
right.
I mean,
Like, that's what I mean.
I like that group, but se tiene que hacer,
Right.
I want to bring them.
It's one of those groups you're like, fuck, I gotta bring them.
Yeah.
Were you one of the groups that brought Video Norteño to Marielas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Well, the first time that they all came together, because I'm not sure if Brio had come before that or not.
No.
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it was the first time. So it was Brio,
Nuevo
Cumbre,
Yeah.
then
Nuevo Golpe.
Contragolpe. Well, at the time it was Contragolpe.
That one. Remember I called you? Hey, who do you know? Who do you know? I want to get in. I want to, and man.
Well, you got in. I'm pretty sure I saw you sneaking into the back.
You went into the kitchen.
I did. I went to the kitchen. No. I didn't even have time because
He's like, vengo con el DJ. No,
Yeah.
it's not up already.
He had his DJ equipment with him.
You already have la loquera.
I always had that. I always had the respect though. Like if I didn't know nobody, like at least the promoter, yo no iba. Si no los conocía a alguien, I could easily call Tony or the security guards. Pero si no tenía ese
so the
respeto,
securities are your plug, huh?
Bro, estás quemando el rancho.
ya estoy quemando el rancho. Shit.
You're just saying too much right now.
My boy D.
Hey, Ray, if you're listening to this, give me a call.
Tony is about to let go of some people, bro.
Yeah.
Just for my fault, right? No.
No, but
Shout out to Goyo
we
too.
we brought them to Mariela's, all three of them. At the time, they were one of my top groups they were really top groups from California.
From California at that time.
You're a big Brio fan.
I'm a big Brio, Golpe, and Cumbre.
I'm a huge Brio fan.
They're pretty badass.
Yeah. And it's funny because I remember calling Carlos, hey, who do you know from over there? Who's doing this event? I don't know, bro.
I thought it was at the time. I thought it was that. I think I told you it was them. Like the groups were doing the door or something. You know, I wasn't too sure.
I believe that was the second time they tried to come.
That was probably the time.
The second time.
Okay.
The second time.
I was trying to get involved the second time. Me habló Lechuga. We couldn't find a place. You know, the only place that we were able to find just
Didn't work out.
didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like they were pretty much gonna take all the money. I'm like, you know, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So mejor no se hizo nada.
I think that might have been the
Probably
day,
that
Jess,
one too.
that second time.
Maybe.
Because that's when I'm like, no, I don't know. I mean, if I would have seen his, I would. Oh yeah, I know Ivan, but I think he.
What was this? 2000.
About
Right?
Wow.
Is that about time?
It's about the time.
Well, después de todo eso, bro, pues te queremos dar las gracias por venir, por aceptar la invitación. Como dice mi compa Jesse, aquí tienen su casa. You know, I know that you guys have heard the pod on season 1. I was in touch with you, you know, kind of right away. You know, you were always part of me and compadre's list when we first came up with the concept and promoters and whatnot. And I know I told you right away in season 1, like, hey, you're gonna be in season 2, just so you know.
Yeah.
And you know, we're happy that you fucking accepted and came by and talked to us and literally dropped some knowledge on all the people that you know, that are going to these rancho parties before the pandemic and the future, to know kind of a good side story of back in 2011 when when you did Sao de Gloria. You know, this is when it was hardcore, you know, being a Catholic and not going out.
Part-time Catholics.
Part-time Catholics.
And cafeteria Catholics, and then and you just came by, bro, and fucking opened the doors to you know, Sao de Gloria became a holiday. You know,
It became a big thing all over because all over the U.S. now they do events.
Comparing it kind of like the Black Wednesday, like in the Mexican genre. Like, you know, I know Saturnino used to do like Thanksgiving Day, like Thursday, I think, right?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, he would do the day before.
The Wednesday as well.
Because I do remember attending one event at Chantilly con la Chacalo,
Chantilly.
which was the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And that was like my first event that I attended of his. And that's actually how I got in contact with him.
So you didn't know him?
I did not know him.
Oh, shit.
Like, well, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I did. I grew up in McHenry.
Yeah.
McHenry is all the way up north by Wisconsin. You know,
Okay.
like 10 minutes
So
from
you're a
the border.
Packers fan. Fofo, this guy's a Packers fan.
No, so I mean, like I actually started doing events not knowing nobody at all.
Damn.
You know, my friends are the ones that introduced me to people, and I just started, you know, meeting more people, going out. You know, I guess that was a good time to be around with. You know, gente me juntaba. You know, let's go party. This
Party
and that,
time.
and,
I haven't never said no.
Yeah.
Let's go. I thought because he was your compadre, ya lo conocías. So that's kind of crazy too.
No,
I mean,
I like I said, I met him that day, and I believe I got his business card that day.
Yeah.
Because I actually started. I was in a Cabradita club. And,
Why was not this was not brought up?
Why did we start with that?
I hope you were part of.
So I was in a Cabradita club, and shout out to everybody. You know, I started with Club Tequileros.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that.
Shout out to
So you're the
Tequileros.
niggas that would just go like this and
I went to a couple that was more partying too, but
of course.
this was out in Round Lake, which was very close to where I live.
Okay.
So I started with Tequileros maybe like 2 weeks, and then I joined Toreros, which was also in Round Lake.
Yeah.
You know, tenían más ambiente, so I
Más
joined them.
gente, más party.
And I stuck around for a good amount of time, and then we all decided to get out and make Club Angelitos.
Damn.
So that's
fucking just innovating. On that
like that's when I was really involved as far as making events. So when I
Yeah.
was about 16, I organized the first baile that I ever did
for your club.
for my club. I mean, all the profit went to the club, but
Right.
I organized everything.
Yeah.
I got the groups,
Who
the
would have fucking
salon,
known?
the flyers.
Damn,
I printed out a map quest to get all the way over here to
Map
training and
Map
pick up
quest.
flyers.
God.
That's awesome.
Who knows about
Young guys gotta fucking look up MapQuest.
Right now, they're all like, what the
What
hell?
the
is
fuck?
that?
They're saying this, but they just fucking.
Hey, forget map quest. What do you guys know about DS printing? Who knows about DS?
I have no idea. What
Damn,
I
was that a
remember that.
McHenry thing?
No, it was out here.
I don't know.
I mean, as far as I know, like it was the only place that they're printing.
No?
Like
No,
back in the
I
day.
remember that.
You don't?
No.
No. We used to like printing like the
Like the
posters.
flyers
Oh, now
So-
we used to
so
use
the-
the
Like,
DS
I would
printing.
come all the way over here to pick the
get-
promo. Yeah. Like
Damn.
even some of the first events that I did as Plebada.
Oh,
I had to
shit.
drive all the way over here to pick up
The fucked up part is that he fucks up Zacatecano Fest. He fucks up the Quebradita clubs, and then
I mean, like my close friends know because they met me when I was in Club Angelitos. 'Cause I
Damn.
organized a couple bailes. And I actually remember I did one at, we did one, Club Angelitos at Local 150. And that shit was packed. Like, ya no había más espacio.
So you had the shirts with the fucking
Yeah. I was
spray
actually
paint or what is it
thinking
called?
about bringing one in.
Bro, you
You should have.
I was,
And
y
you
se me
should-
olvidó.
We could have hang
And-
right.
I mean,
right.
it was kind of last minute.
And you
I didn't
could've-
even have time to cook.
You could have worn your Jenkos.
Yeah.
'Cause I know you were wearing Jenko jeans back in that Angelito.
Oh, the Dickies with spray paint?
The Dickies,
I actually still
yes.
have them. I actually still have them.
the Ben Davis.
God damn.
And
That
actually,
would've been
at that Vita that I did at Local 150, we had Banda La Única.
Okay.
With Carl. I mean, he recently passed away.
Yeah, yeah. Paz
Okay, Paz
Vicario.
Descanse. I remember he was one of the people that pushed me into doing events. He's like, pues tú salvos tú solo. He's like,
Chingados, tú
pues
también.
estás haciendo esto, tú hazlo.
Yeah.
And I remember his manager at the time se llamaba César.
Okay.
I think he was from California.
Mhm.
And when I was paying him, then he's like, pues ¿cuántos años tienes? I was like, oh, 16. 16? 16? Like, he was like amazed. He's like,
Yeah.
¿y tú hiciste todo eso? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, mis respetos para usted, mis respetos. He's like, ¿por qué no haces tú solo? And that's where the idea sparked, you know.
That's where like, oh shit, well maybe I should.
Yeah, maybe I should, porque
Yeah,
sí,
yeah.
sí me gustaba, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
gustaba, and that's when I decided to.
Was it something that came naturally to you to like organize and just be like?
I
let me
mean,
call these
I
bands?
feel like I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Like I've always been, I would
That
say
guy.
entertainment business kind of.
Yeah,
I remember in middle school we had a economics class and we had to sell something, and I sold virgin margaritas. And I sold out. Like the most sold.
There you go.
No, pues ahí
He
empezó
already
el
knew his
pedo.
fucking market.
Yeah.
He knew his market.
You were ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You're fucking way ahead of the game, bro.
Fucking natural over here, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we're very happy, man. Mi compa Jesse, what are your last words here, buddy?
But yeah, you took him away, bro. You know, I always say,
Hey, go take a bathroom break to get a
Ahorita,
Get break.
let me go get the phone.
Get inspiration.
You know what? What I admire about you guys even more right now is that there could be, you could be in the same line of business. You can have other colleagues. You can have networks, and not call them competition. And you guys taught me that right now, that you can still have this great animosity, knowing that, you know, Aguacate and Plebada was two separate promotional companies, pero nunca se toparon. You always had that open connection, that open network. And that's something that at least I admire from you guys, even though you never booked me. Nah, just play.
You were too big time, bro.
I was too
You're
big
too big
time.
time.
I was-
Hey,
afford you. We
you
can
play too
afford
much non-paisa shit.
and I played too much non-paisa shit. No. Pero un respeto que les tengo aquí para siempre. Coming here to the GuacPod, thank you for your time. And
No,
aquí tienen mi respeto de parte mía.
No, thanks for having us.
No, appreciate it.
Como dicen TFTI, thanks for the
Compa Fry?
First of all, I want to say thank you guys for trusting in my work for the posters and the designs and stuff like that. I know, like, sometimes I don't say we bump heads a little bit.
Now say it, bro.
Well, with me and Ivan.
Say it.
But
How is it working? How is it working with Ivan?
I mean,
I respect Ivan because at the end of the day, he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
And that's something that I respect of him.
That's super important.
That's super important because there's some people that don't know what they want and then they keep going back and forth and I'm just like,
and then you got like 10 designs,
and I got in design.
and your bill's like at 1,000.
Exactly.
And they're like, how do we get it?
You're like, how the fuck
But
did that
Ivan, at
happen?
the end of the day, he knows what he wants, and I go back and forth, and I'm glad that I get to work with somebody that knows what he wants. But again, like thank you guys again for like being part of you guys with the designs, at least with the merch. I'm really glad to see even like just seeing your ideas, but my execution on your like designs, and I'm really glad that it's working out for you guys. The executioner. Say that again. It's awesome. But I'm also glad that you guys get to tell like that story of maybe you could say like one of the starters of the rancho life, rancho like style here in Chicago. You know what I mean? And I think that deserves to be.
I want to say like in general with like the new bailes, like the new scene in the bailes, because I feel like lo que era Aguacate, Plebada, and 3MB, we all saw like at the time what the bailes needed improvement on as far as Noah, Globos, Paragon, whatever. And we took that knowledge and we took it on to Quinta, Merenderos, Islas, and we made it better, and people liked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And eventually, Viva moved on to those places too.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we like that. We're going to go. You know what I mean? Eventually, that's what happened.
For a reason, right?
Yeah,
It's
for a
like
reason.
I mean, I don't say we put them on in a way, but we put them on in a way.
Yeah.
As far as the new way of thinking back then when it was new.
Yeah.
I remember they would go to Merendero and I'm like, not Ivan necessarily, right? But two of their guys, and you know who they are, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, pues nomás venimos. They were at Los Globos, Cruz, and I don't remember the other guy's name. And like, queremos ver qué pedo. And it was like, damn, but this is way different.
Yeah.
And you're right, bro. You're right on fucking point, actually, as far as...
I mean, I want to say as far as the social media promoters, I want to say we were the first ones.
Yeah.
Lo que eran nosotros.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I made the Plebada Facebook account, the only other one was you guys.
Yeah, fuck.
And then slowly after it was 3MB, and I believe at the time it was us three.
Yeah.
Ocho came a little afterwards.
Ocho, yeah.
Ocho was still there. No, Ocho was around there.
Ocho was there too.
Yeah, because I remember when I told Rohan, like, you guys were they were like the downtown.
Yeah,
promoters,
I was
right?
going to say, they were more like
back
every
then.
once in a while.
Yeah.
But I want to say we were the more consistent ones.
Correct.
With events.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about them. Sorry, Red.
Damn.
Hey, es que como no había discada se me olvidó.
Yeah.
No, we're still waiting for the discada too, though, so don't worry about it.
It'll be in a third.
Hey,
it'll be in a third
we're all
season.
waiting for it.
Rojas, no mames. güey.
I'm starting to think he's a politician.
Wow.
You heard it here,
Tony.
You heard it here.
He's fucking around, Tony. ¿Qué más, compa?
I mean, that was about it. And as far as I'm glad that we get to share like especially some good memories as far as those early years of bailes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they're very different. I'm hoping that one thing I kind of wanted to touch that before was that I think Ivan's approach to bailes and bands was a lot of the video stuff. Because you had mentioned that, like, I recorded this Sábado de Gloria, I recorded this.
Yeah.
And you posted it, you would write it, posted it like on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big help back in the day too.
Yeah.
Even with the bands like Bando Viento.
Good thing you brought that up because I completely forgot about like the
You're
YouTube
right.
channel.
The YouTube channel was a big help.
I mean, I have a lot of fans on there also, like people that follow my channel. Well, I have like almost 41,000 subscribers.
shit. Yeah.
Subscribe. Hell yeah.
I mean, and it's something that, I mean, it was just kind of like, I'm searching for a video. There's no locals from out here.
Right.
So it was like, well, let me put the locals out there.
Because I remember back in the day, there was a baile with Cumbre. And you recorded El Besito.
Yeah, the live.
When I saw it live, I'm like, man, the saxophone player was badass.
Yeah.
And you had put it on there. You recorded the whole audio.
Yeah.
And people, I think that helped a lot because they're like, I want to hear El Nono. I want to hear this. And they will go straight to a YouTube video.
That actually, where I started recording the live CDs, I want to say started in 2009.
Yeah.
Well, the first one that I recorded as far as a live CD was El Nono at Islas.
Okay.
And then you would ask him or you would just do it?
No, my cuñado actually had this, I don't even want to say a gadget. You would hook it up y se grababa.
Okay.
So he's like, oh, I got this thing. You want to record him? Okay. Well, actually, it started in the first baile I did at La Movida, as Plebada Chikago.
Damn, since then.
Oh, shit.
So I actually have the live CDs from
those.
oh, it wasn't Plebada Chikago, it was Club Angelitos from 2007. So I actually have those live CDs of Viento, Valle Verde, Carembe,
That's awesome.
Gotta do
Dorado
that.
Show.
And with that, obviously with that, that's kind of like tied into the whole, when you kind of put héroes on, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, nobody can find héroes before.
Yeah.
And that's
then,
where I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we have so much talent out here, and nobody was uploading anything.
Showcasing them, yeah.
Because
yeah.
back then it was that was the new shit though. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the old scooters were like, fuck the videos.
Yeah.
We were one of them. Like videos,
Yeah.
fuck that. They're
Yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah.
You know, no one's gonna fucking see it.
I mean,
This is-
all it takes is a good Android.
yeah.
Forget the iPhone.
Oh, is that what you said? Android?
Good Android.
I'll never forget that comment, but
Bobo,
No.
muchas gracias por venir. A toda la gente que sintonizó, les encargamos un follow, un rate, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Please follow us on or subscribe to our channel, El GuacPod, on YouTube. Stick around for a little word from our sponsors. Les queremos dar muchísimas gracias a mi compa Iván, al compa Jonah, Plebada Chikago por venir, a los compas que nos ayudaron acá atrás hoy, a Sound Engineer, mi compa José Cermeño,
yes, sir.
al compa Edgar, al compa Sammy. Shout out to our guys from CasaHumilde and our Neon Light. Check out my boy, Chicago Mike Neons.
Yeah.
So,
Neon Mike.
Neon Mike,
We're
baby.
gonna call him Neon Mike.
Feliz año nuevo. Feliz año nuevo para todos. Ojalá
Happy
que
New Year.
ojalá que este 21 sea mucho mejor para todos. Ya se la saben. Sáquenla para que apeste. La pura positiva, viejones.
El GuacPod.
Este episodio está patrocinado por nuestros compotas de Casa Humilde Cervecería, cerveza artesanal mexicana, y son del quemado los pelados. With a variety of 13 different flavors to choose from, Casa Humilde is located in the District Brew Yards, 417 North Ashland in Chicago. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and like their page on Facebook at CasaHumilde Cerveceria. To check availability near you, go to www.casahumildechicago.com and make sure you check out their store locator. Ahí nomás le metes su zip code and the nearest store will pop up automatically. CasaHumilde Cerveceria. Stay humilde. This episode is brought to you by Farmers Insurance. For all your auto, home, life, business, and trucking insurance services, hit up our boy Ricky Mena at Farmers Insurance at 773-216-3060. Ask Ricky if he can save you some money. Again, 773-216-3060. Farmers Insurance. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. This episode's powered by the Moya Group. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, hit up our good friends Kelly and Sergio at the Moya Group, powered by KW Infinity, specializing in first-time home buyers and programs for ITIN, DECA recipients, and credit as low as 580. For more information, go like their page on Facebook at the Moya Group, or feel free to reach out at 708-655-4994. Again, we highly recommend the Moya Group, making dreams come true, one home at a time. This episode's powered by AMG. Aguacate Music Group is your one-stop shop for all your music needs. Cuentan con servicios de música en vivo, DJs, iluminación, pantallas, photo booths, todo lo que necesitas para tu próximo evento. For all of our musicians out there, they also offer graphic design, photo shoots, live videos, and rehearsal rooms. Go like them on Facebook at Aguacate Music Group or on Instagram at Aguacate Records. You can call and book your next session at 773-301-9083.